The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
The latest Jets injury report is out. We must break that down. Plus, both Steve Wilks and Tanner Engstrand each spoke earlier today about what the Jets need to do to turn it around in Tampa. Dylan Tereman joins me. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
We have to look at that. Watch the tape. Apparently, I didn't have the guys ready to play. And it's not okay. You still have to fix those problems that you saw on tape.
The 2025 New York Jets season is officially here. Can Aaron Glenn lead the team back to the playoffs and finally deliver on the promise this roster has shown? Every step of the journey, the Jake Asman Show will have you covered, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now. Here we go. Show number 2 on the day. And once again, thanks to everyone who reached out. Tweets, Instagram, the chat, the Discord. Ton of love from the community on my birthday today. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Cannot wait to spend my birthday weekend in Tampa with the Asmaniacs. It is going to be an absolutely incredible time. And I'm excited to share that at our happy hour event, our Saturday night party at Gaspar's Patio Bar and Grill, Super Bowl III champion Earl Christie will be in the house, mixing it up with a bunch of Asmaniacs and all Jet fans for a meet and greet. So we're working on some other players. I know Fireman Ed's going to be there, so it's going to be an absolute blast spending some time with Earl and a bunch of Asmaniacs Saturday night. With that said, let's say hello to a guy who will be in the building on Saturday. He will be at the game on Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, Dylan Tereman. DT joins us in his weekly spot. DT, how we feeling, my man?
I'm doing well. I almost had to edit the byline to the Forgotten Asmaniac because you had a little brain fart yesterday and forgot that Thursday afternoons is my spot. But dude, I'm fired up. I mean, I'm looking forward to this weekend. Obviously, we can hopefully forget about what happens from 1 to 4 p.m. on Sunday, but everything else leading up is going to be a lot of fun. So looking forward to all the Asmaniacs that have already reached out, ready to meet me. And oh, by the way, happy birthday, Jake. Welcome to the 30 Club.
An honor to be a part of it, DT. And I'm excited to finally meet you in person. I feel like you've been one of my close friends for years already with the amount of time you and I spend talking to each other on and off the air. So I'm excited to finally officially meet you in person. And we certainly will talk a lot about this game coming up. I do want to start, though, Dylan, with the injury report because it just came out. We'll go through it real quick. The print is very small. The key takeaways that everyone needs to know is summed up very nicely here by Rich Cimini's tweet. Tony Adams and Michael Carter each returned to practice on a limited basis, which is a positive sign, but no Jermaine Johnson or Josh Reynolds. And it doesn't feel like the arrow is pointed up for either. We know that Reynolds has a hamstring, which I feel like typically takes a couple weeks usually. And then Jermaine Johnson, it doesn't feel like it's a very serious injury long-term based on his tweets, but this is a guy who will do everything in his power to practice if he can. And the fact that he hasn't for 2 days in a row doesn't feel likely Jermaine is going to be out there, which is unfortunate because the Bucs are down 3 offensive linemen, and Jermaine would have an opportunity with Will McDonald and Quinnen Williams to really wreck the game.
Yeah, this would have been the best opportunity for this defensive line to really go back to what they put on film in week 1 against Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, where they had 4 quarterback sacks, 7 total quarterback hits. They were really putting the pressure on Rodgers. It would be nice to have that against a hobbled Baker Mayfield, right? And you look at the Wednesday column, 7 did not participate. The obvious one, Justin Fields, he's been ruled out. But of the 6 others, 2 of them were upgraded to limited. You said Tony Adams, Michael Carter, they're back. So that should help the secondary, even though they made moves in the secondary that made you lead to believe that they wouldn't be available. And then you look at the other 4 DNPs from today, Jermaine Johnson, who we just said that's going to be a huge missing piece if we have to see more of number 72. I think we're all going to be pulling our hair out at Raymond James on Sunday. Kene Nwangu, he's been a huge missed player, right? Because Isaiah Williams can't return kicks. I can't believe that he was the guy that they went out to get and he's getting contacted at the 17 and just immediately falling over. Like, he was almost a net negative in the return game. Just have Isaiah Davis and Arian Smith be those guys. And then you mentioned Josh Reynolds with the hamstring. Could be week to week, could be, only 1 week missed, and then he's right back. Hamstrings are always very weird. How much was Josh Reynolds missed in week 2? It's scary to say that, but it also is so true. Like, Allen Lazard was not alerting the quarterback or the play caller of the cornerback blitzes. For the wide receiver, the quarterback, and the OC to not pick up on that and to combat that with quick passes, throwing hot where that guy is blitzing from, it's just absurd to me. And I think Allen Lazard just doesn't care anymore, quite frankly. And then J2 Fele, he must have the worst illness to be out 2 weeks. And like, I understand sometimes big guys, their immune system's not all that great, but they're NFL athletes. So you think an illness wouldn't knock them out for 2 games, but I really think Josh Reynolds
I mean, you said big guys and illness. I mean, come on. Beast Breaker is the living example of that. No?
I was going to say he is the absolute epitome of that. But Josh Reynolds and Kene Nwangu are my big offense, defense, or special teams guys that we're going to miss. But Jermaine Johnson, dude, I hope 2 days off and he can practice tomorrow and he's ready to go on Sunday. I don't think that's the case. But I don't know if you caught the tweet from Jermaine. Like, he was like, oh, thank God it was just this or whatever. Like, he thought it was the worst. And to me, when I was reading his tweets, it was like, did he think he popped his Achilles or his ACL, or did he think it was like a season-ending injury for him? So we don't know the severity of that ankle injury, and thank God he's okay. But those are going to be some key missed players in Johnson and Reynolds specifically.
100%. And then you look at it from a Bucs standpoint, right? We talked about the O-line injuries. They're down 3 starters on their O-line. So even without Jermaine, I need a lot more from Will McDonald this week than we got last week. I need a big Quinnen Williams game. Like, I need the Jets to get after Baker Mayfield, who got hit more times than any game of his career against Houston last week. And Dylan, if you think about it, you look at the Bucs and how they're built. The Jets, I think, have the number 1 corner to take Evans out of the game. Ibuka has not gone out there, and he hasn't practiced this week yet, right? So I feel like a lot of things are breaking right for the Jets. Tampa had a short week as well. If there was ever a time to steal an upset on the road, it's this week. Like, the matchup, including the fact that the head coach of the Bucs can give us the old Todd Bowl special, it feels like there's an opportunity here for the Jets.
Yeah, it's sad, unfortunately, that week 3, and we're already rooting for the Todd Bowl special in a letdown performance for the Bucs. But yeah, from an injury perspective, their offense is tattered. Obviously, Tristan Wirfs hasn't played all season. You have Cody Mauch, their guard, and Luke Gedeke going on IR with a knee and a foot respectively. So they're obviously going to miss multiple games, including this one. So you said it, they're down to 2 starting offensive linemen. I guess really 2.5 because that tackle has always been starting for Wirfs. But this would be the opportunity. And I know Jets fans, myself included, I made a whole video about how Ed Oliver's absence is going to make such a huge advantage for the Jets in the run game. And they made a mockery of it. The Jets just proved that even if there's backups there, they can't do anything against them last week. Hopefully the fortunes are a little bit favorable this week. Noah Ibuka is absolutely huge. We can disregard all the offensive line injuries, which are all obviously important, but Emeka Ibuka not going up against Brandon Stevens, allowing you to shadow Mike Evans with Sauce Gardner, that is a huge advantage that can't be, understated. And I understand I just did the whole thing about Ed Oliver and it not making a difference for the Jets against the Bills. And then you obviously add into the fact that Baker Mayfield's hobbled. I know he did that like somersault after getting tackled on one of the scrambles that he did, and he's listed with a foot and a toe. If there were ever an opportunity to take advantage, this is the time. Am I willing to go out and say the Jets can take advantage or will take advantage? I don't know, because I really have to see it to believe it. But like you said, this is the opportunity. Go steal a game. Go become 1-2. And then much of the 0-2 stuff can kind of subside, right? It was a miracle field goal by Chris Boswell, 117 yards worth of 2 field goals, which is just absurd. And then the letdown against Buffalo. And you can kind of flush it at 1-2 and say, hey, now we have 1 extra day to go prepare for Miami in Miami. Let's go down and get to 500 with our season. And then the season's back on, right? So this is the time more than ever to take advantage of these injuries. I don't have the confidence after last week saying, oh, the Bills are missing all these guys. It doesn't matter. They had our number. So hopefully this is a difference in fortune for the Jets.
Well said. Comments, questions, your super chats always cut the line on the show. Reminder, we're presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. The line is holding steady as the Jets are still 6.5-point underdogs on the road. We will break down some of the prop totals, some of the prop bets you can make with FanDuel on the program starting tomorrow. Nick Faria will be with us for his over-under segment in the afternoon. Now, before we get to some audio that I want to play involving both coordinators who spoke today, I want to share an awesome giveaway that we're going to do during the show. Very rarely have we done a signed jersey by a Hall of Famer in show, but that's what we're doing because I want to pay it forward to the community because you guys have been so nice with the birthday wishes and the super chats and memberships on that first show. How about a signed Joe Klecko jersey, Hall of Fame inscription jersey? One lucky listener, end of the show, gets a signed jersey by one of the greatest to ever wear a Jet uniform. Mount Rushmore Jet, Joe Klecko. That signed jersey up for grabs at the end of the show. If you don't win, you're automatically entered in our weekly raffle, which this week on Tuesday morning will feature a signed Darrelle Revis helmet, or Darrelle Revis football, signed Sauce Gardner football, and a signed Wayne Corbett football. So gift away for your chance to win. And a huge, huge thank you to Barbarossa, who started us off with this super chat. He says, happy birthday, Jake. Enjoy your day. You deserve it. Wishing you and every Asmaniac all the luck and fun Sunday in Tampa. Have a beer on me. Jets, Jets. Thank you to Black Gypsy for gifting one. Our guy Dominic is doing a great job with our social media stuff on across all the platforms. He gifted a membership and he wrote, I'm ready to invest in a Tyrod jersey if he becomes the new Vinny Testaverde. It would be fitting if Tyrod channels his inner Vinny T, because remember, Vinny T, he played for the Buccaneers. That's the team that drafted him number 1.
Yeah, all the potential positive parallels, all the potential negative parallels that come along with this. I think it's really interesting, right? Can we get that Vinny 98 performance where they started 0-2? I don't remember what the final record was, but I'm pretty sure that you said they made the playoffs. So that would be something if they were able to pull this season out of their ass. I mean, there's so many fans that are just on the edge with this team already through 2 games. It's like, I understand. I fully understand why they're that way. I mean, we're just so downtrodden as a NFL fan base, but okay, maybe I'm not investing in a Tyrod jersey, but I certainly won't be investing in any more Fields jerseys, Jake.
I'll tell you what, if Tyrod leads the Jets to the playoffs, I'll get his jersey. Done. No problem.
Yeah, he'd have to go to the playoffs. And like, then you even know, like, it's not going to be a thing next year. Like, what is he, the bridge quarterback? Like, you can't realistically think Tyrod's going to be the starter for 2026 and beyond. So you are buying the jersey regardless, knowing that it is only a short span that you will get to enjoy it.
I own a Mike White jersey, Dylan, so I have no fear with buying another Jets jersey. Ladies and gentlemen,
Zach Wilson, because you could just change the nameplate.
It's a good point. I do own Zach Wilson somewhere.
Well, technically, Tyrod never wore that style of jersey, right?
That's right.
So you'd have to change it.
Julian says, happiest of birthday, sir. Enjoy the day. Julian, you're in our Joe Klecko raffle for 5 with this. Jet Life is in for 10. He says, yo, happy birthday, Jake. Yo, you're the man. Appreciate you. Let's go, baby.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Jet Life in our raffle for 10. And Robin Boy Wonders joins for 1. Thank you very much, Robin, for always supporting the show. All right, I mentioned we have some audio we want to play. We'll fly through the Engstrand stuff quicker because it's not as long, and I want to go more in depth on the defense with you, Dylan, and what specifically Steve Wilks can do to try and get this unit back on track. We'll start, though, with some comments from the head coach, and then we'll get to Engstrand. This is real quick from Glenn yesterday talking about Tyrod being the starter on Sunday.
I've competed against him a number of times. There's an element within him that we also have in Justin that I like a lot. And the fact that he's been in this league for a long time, there's no coverage, there's no pressure that he hasn't seen. So that's why I have confidence in him. And he's a very studious person, good athlete. Again, been around this league for a long time. There's no better player that you would want as your backup quarterback than him at this point in time.
So Glenn giving the endorsement there to Tyrod. Here's Tanner Engstrand earlier. He was asked for the first time earlier about Tyrod being the starter.
You know, with Tyrod, and we're real excited about Tyrod. We feel like he's in a really good place. It's one of those things with having a player like Tyrod with the 14 years of experience. It's very comforting as a coach to to know that if something does happen to your starter, that you have a guy of that caliber that can step into the starting role for any amount of time needed, and the offense not fall off in any shape or form. So we're excited about where he's at, and grateful that he's on the team.
And then one more from Engstrand here. He was asked, okay, so you don't think the offense is going to, fall off in any way? Does anything change, though, with the play calling?
We really don't have to change really much at all with him in there. There's certain things that we may highlight a little more or a little less or whatever that may be. But again, we feel really comfortable with being able to execute the offense at a high level with him in there.
All right, Dylan, let's kind of react to some of the comments there from both Glenn and from Engstrand. In your opinion, what does the Tyrod Taylor offense look like Sunday against the Bucs?
Well, first and foremost, I think you're obviously losing the east-west element of your run game. You're going to be more north and south. Obviously, that doesn't mean you can't run off tackle with your running backs, but you're going to not necessarily have that conflict player on the end man to line of scrimmage like they did with TJ Watt, where Justin Fields was able to beat him to the edge and, turn up field to get that 8 to 15-yard scramble, right? Or I guess keeper, we'll call it. So you're going to lose the designed quarterback run element of your offense. But I hope to see a lot more of just the basic dropbacks, the 5-step, the 7-step dropbacks. Please throw the ball from under center and not just do play action and be the most obvious, predictable thing that Engstrand has done so far this season. So you're going, like he said, there's going to be some more things that they highlight. That's going to be the pass game. We all understood coming into this season that Tyrod Taylor was probably a better passer or is a better passer than Justin Fields, at least on a consistent basis. The only real issue with Tyrod Taylor is availability and his health, which I think it's hilarious that the coaches keep calling him Tyrod, even though it's Tyrod Taylor. But I think as long as he stays healthy, we should.
But he'll never correct you, by the way. Baker made that joke when they asked him about it.
Yeah, he
it's
did.
Tyrod, but he'll never correct you.
He never will. And it's funny because his own coach is calling it to him. So that's what he's calling him in the meeting rooms. But so as far as the pass game is concerned, I expect to see a bit of a boost. Now, are you going to get the 212 yards and a touchdown like Justin Fields gave you week 1? Potentially, you could. I don't think he's going to go and do the 300 and 2+ touchdowns thing that we all kind of expect him to do. But I do expect the pass game to have a big uptick. The running game, to me, is going to be the tell, because that is where the Buffalo Bills honed in on. The second we went under center last week, they knew what the play was. They were pinching in with their cornerbacks, lined up almost 2 or 3 yards inside the wide receiver split, and they were already in a condensed formation. So that just shows how easy their path was to the mesh point, whether it was the running back or the quarterback on a keeper. Somebody has to alert that is going on, whether it's Allen Lazard, Justin Fields, or Engstrand himself. Somebody in that I'm placing blame on all 3 people in this situation. It's not just a coaching thing or a quarterback thing. Although I do think Tyrod Taylor will be better at that. And if it happens once, he's going to say, okay, we can't let them cheat and just come off the edge with a corner every single time we look like we're going to run it. So the emphasis is going to be on Engstrand, more passing, true dropbacks out of under center, right? Don't just do play action or an obvious run. I know Kyle asked us last week when he called in, of the 15 under center plays, 13 of them were runs. 1 was a play action and 1 was a pre-snap penalty. So I got out ahead of it today because I know Kyle's going to call in and ask. We had 5 under center reps of just Justin Fields. I'm not counting Tyrod's 2 drives because they were in all 11 personnel, all shotgun sets trying to come back in this game. 5 instances of under center with Justin Fields. They ran the ball 4 times. 1 time was that creative play to Arian Smith that just got blown up because, again, their corners were blitzing and they knew exactly what to do. And 1 time was an under center play action pass. So you're very, very predictable when you go under center. And that's an indictment on Engstrand, not necessarily to Fields. You need to put your players in the best position to win, in my opinion. And that's what they've been preaching this whole time, whether it's Engstrand, Wilks, Aaron Glenn himself. They want to put these players in the best position possible to win. Don't be so predictable under center then. Tyrod Taylor, hopefully you get more natural 5 to 7 step dropbacks where they're actually keeping the defense honest, and the secondary of the Bucs is pretty susceptible to, allowing some big plays, chunk plays down the field. Let's get back to that 11 explosives in week 1. Jake, we're still a top 5 team in terms of explosive output, and we did nothing in week 2. So it's
We
actually
basically punted on an entire game. Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy to see that we had like 15 explosives, because we still had 3 or 4 in this week 2 performance. But it's like, come on, what can this actually be if Engstrand is a little less predictable under center and you have a bit of a better passer in Tyrod Taylor? So I'm actually excited, although you're not going to get the full offense because this was tailored to be Justin Fields' offense.
I think Tyrod is kind of the steadying presence they need, because Fields, we know how he's up, he's down. I think Tyrod is going to be competent, and I think Garrett Wilson's going to get going here. I love the Arian Smith anytime touchdown prop. We'll get the exact odds tomorrow, because I just think they're going to take a couple chances downfield. Like the last time Tyrod Taylor played, if you go through his numbers, I gave some of it on the show yesterday. He started 5 games in 2023, and despite only playing 5 games, he was 21st in PFF's big time throws metric. And he was first in percentage of his throws that were big time at 8.9%. So he's going to take chances downfield. Like there's an opportunity for Garrett Wilson to make some explosive plays. Arian Smith, maybe they use Breece Hall in some pass packages this week, and he's kind of running some routes against a linebacker or a safety on him. Like I think there's going to be an opportunity for the Jets to continue that explosive trend they had in week 1.
Yeah, and I thought we were going to see more of the Breece Hall lined up out wide at wide receiver due to Josh Reynolds not being in. Obviously, they decided for copy and paste offensive game plan, just insert Allen Lazard for Josh Reynolds, and we saw how just terribly that worked. So, yeah, they still obviously need the wide receiver too, and we hope Breece gets going. But, yeah, it's more the predictability, and also we haven't really touched on this. We're 1 injury away from Brady Cook seeing the field. That is devastatingly scary for a week 3 team that really needs to put wins in the column.
You don't believe in Brady Cook? I mean, Robbie Sabo thinks he's the next Tom Brady. I'm just
and
kidding.
I love that Brady, or that Sabo is a backer of Brady. I think that's absolutely great. And you can make all your jokes. Hopefully they have a guy named Lewis who can, bring Brady on for the Jets. It's, you could go down the whole wormhole, but I'm not enthused about Brady Cook in a real life NFL regular season game. Can he develop as a backup in practice and then in a year maybe be the backup for the future? Sure. But having him 1 injury away from seeing the field, it's pretty scary against a defense that loves to blitz too. Like, how are you going to handle that as an undrafted rookie?
Comments, questions, super chats. We're going to hear from Steve Wilks coming up shortly, but another reminder about our sick giveaway today on the show. Hall of Famer Joe Klecko signed jersey. At the end, we give away a signed Santonio Holmes jersey on the first show to Frank P. Frank, answer your email, my man. I want to confirm your address before we send it your way. But shout out to everyone who's entered this raffle today. Couple more shout outs here. First, this one's from Raul, who says, happy birthday, Jake. Thank you, Raul. Can't wait to meet you this week and all the Asmaniacs. Let's go, Jets. We got this game 24-17. Raul, can't wait to meet you, man. Let's go, baby. And then how about this? Kyle Clifton says, happy birthday to Jake and hot actresses from the 90s. Aisha Tyler, or is it Aisha? I don't know.
Aisha Tyler, yep.
Aisha Tyler. Holly Robinson Pete, I know who she is. Jada P. Smith, I know who she is. Other celebs include Cyclops, that's James Marsden, and Jason Sudeikis. How about that? Also, you forgot another big sports one, Kyle. Rick Pitino, the Italian stallion, the head coach of the Johnnies. It's his birthday today. Bruce Beck, who's a local sports reporter for NBC, Ithaca College alum. It's his birthday today, and it would have been James Gandolfini's birthday today. R.I.P. to another fellow diehard Jet fan.
Absolutely. Aisha Tyler, I'm a little bummed that you don't know her. She's from Friends. She also hosted Whose Line Is It Anyway for a season. So
I know her. She dated Ross or Joey in the show. Okay, I recognize her now. Yep, got it. Happy birthday to her. Anyway, Kyle, thank you very much. Awesome super chat, and we'll get you down in our Klecko jersey raffle. Shout out to Craig Broker. He is in the raffle by Gift One. Same with Peg and Artie, who will be in Tampa with us coming up shortly. Thank you to both Peg and Artie. On that note, quick update here. Beastbreaker wrote in to Dave Briga that he's trying to live his best life, but it ain't easy. Dylan, I know you're a big Beast guy. You were thrilled to see him return to the show earlier, so I just wanted to bring that to your attention.
We will always have that random Wednesday in September that Beast didn't call in.
Beast also did write, I thought I saved it, but I didn't, that he is taking a nap. So I don't know if he's going to even be a part of the show when we go to him later.
So sad.
Might be your lucky day. On that note, let's listen into Steve Wilks. He spoke earlier. We know how bad the Jets offense was last week. I think you could even argue the defense is even more concerning because it's 2 straight games of being asked. This was Steve Wilks, his presser from earlier. Let's take a listen and then react.
We're facing a real tough and physical football team this week that's well coached. The quarterback is playing at an extremely high level. 2 outstanding running backs in Irvin and White that can change the game at any moment. And, of course, in my opinion, a future Hall of Fame receiver. We have to do a great job, unlike last week, in stopping the run. That's first and foremost. We got to get back to where we were the first week. Gap control, controlling the line of scrimmage, penetrating, and linebackers playing downhill. And with that, I'll take your questions.
Was there one thing or something specific you noticed between the 2 games?
I wouldn't say anything in particular. Everything we do starts up front. And we got to do a great job every week in controlling the line of scrimmage. And I thought we did that against Pittsburgh. You know, the word that I talked about to the players is consistency. And that's what needs to show up each and every week. When you look at what I consider to be our nemesis, third down, which equates to penalties. First week, you're talking about 3rd and 10 twice on the first drive. And we allow our opponent to be able to get out of that. When you work that hard on first and second down to create those guys to get behind the sticks, we got to get off the field. And, you know, playing tough against Buffalo, that first drive, and we get roughing the passer, extend the drive there, and then all of a sudden we get a holding penalty. Those are the things that we talked about that we got to make sure that we're more disciplined, that we can go out and execute.
How do you manage that aggressiveness, but also, you know, you want to be smart at the same time?
I think it's a fine line. I really do, because that's really our DNA. That's our mantra. That's what we talk about, you know, being physical. But we also got to be smart in understanding that, you know, we went into the game plan all week. We know that there's certain calls that 17 gets, and there's certain things that we can't do at a certain time. And we just got to be ready to pull up at that moment.
It seems like over-pursuit was one of the issues last week. How much of that could be a function of players still getting comfortable with the new scheme?
I don't really think it's let me say this. I don't think anything in the first 2 weeks has been schematically. You know, I think, again, and I think I talked about this day one, like the fundamentals. And to me, when you talk about over-pursuit, that's fundamental. You know, we got to make sure that we're chasing the near hip. We can't be following the same color jersey, and that's really what happened on the cutback touchdown run. And to be honest, looking at it from an evaluation from a coach perspective and the player, it should have never gotten out if we would have executed the stunt that we ran up front. So those things that we know right now, as a lot of respect to the opponents, but a lot of what we're seeing right now is self-inflicted, and those are things that we have to correct.
You talked about the challenge of playing against Baker Mayfield, but just what is the challenge of playing these receivers, Mike Evans, and also Ibuka as well?
Ibuka, man, you're talking about a rookie that has really just, to me, has stepped up and taken the reins. And along with Mike Evans, it's going to be a tough task, but I know our guys are going to be up for it. I know Sauce is excited about playing in this game as well as B. Stevens.
What do you think makes Baker so tough?
Just really his demeanor. I was with him in Cleveland. I had him in Carolina. He's a tough physical guy, resilient, smart, and he's a spark plug that gets those guys going.
You just alluded to this a minute ago with the penalties, the roughing on Michael in that spot on 3rd and 19. He's had that in the past with some personal fouls. How do you coach that with him, and how much does that test your patience?
The one thing that we've talked about from day one is understanding that we got to surrender the individual me for the bigger we. It's about the team. And I think Michael was completely on board. Again, I think that was a situation that at the last second, he was there. He wished he could have pulled up. But we don't want to take his aggressive play away. We just got to make sure that we're smart.
What did you see from Malachi Moore last week against the Bills?
I've said from day one when you guys asked me about him, Malachi is going to be a good football player for us. Again, very highly intelligent, can play multiple positions, understands the game from analyzing and looking at the offense and then being able to anticipate certain things. So if he's in there this week, I don't have a problem that he's going to be able to get his job done.
You talked last week that you said that James Cook has home run ability. What do you see from these two backs?
Great contact balance once they get out in space. These guys probably have a high percentage, I know from analytics, for his yardage at the contact, breaking tackles. So we got to get population to the ball, 11 heads to the ball, and this guy's never down. They do a tremendous job out in space. They're a big string team, probably about 3 or 4 games, so they're going to show up all areas of the field. So we got to do a good job getting population to the football.
So that is Steve Wilks there, Dylan. A couple things that he said that I want your opinion on. He said he doesn't believe their struggles have been schematic. I had Joe Blewett on for a film review, and he annihilated the Jet scheme as a big culprit of some of the big plays that Buffalo had last week. So let's start there. What did you see when you went through the film, and does that match up with what Joe Blewett's assessment was on the show?
Yeah, I would definitely agree with Joe. Joe's a very smart guy. Isn't it funny? The guy who is in charge of designing and creating the scheme says it's not the scheme's fault, it's the execution's fault. It's certainly executional. Like that's a big part of it, right? The linebackers are not executing right. I feel like Jamie and Sherwood is kind of lost in space a lot, but it does come down to scheme. You're not putting your guys in the best positions to win. There was obviously the numbers about how much cover 1 or cover 0 the Jets were running on the Bills' third downs. So as I was listening, I just went back and I wanted to look at all the third down instances in the first half. We'll just use first half because the game got way out of hand by halftime, essentially, in this game. You add up a 40-yard scramble on 3rd and 8 where Jamie and Sherwood does not execute. He does not spy. It looked like he could have been a green dog, which is where they blitz if the running back stays in to protect. Again, if you see the running back staying in to protect, why don't you just become the spy? He moved towards the left guard and left tackle, and Josh just ran the C gap off the right tackle. So it was very easy compatible. 3rd and 19, we know the roughing the passer that happened. 3rd and 2, they ran it. Which got to 4th and 1, and they converted. 3rd and 7 was the Trubisky 32-yard pass on Sauce Gardner, which also had a penalty. 3rd and 7, holding on Tony Adams versus Dalton Kincaid. 3rd and 7, your very first successful stop, and they kick a 52-yard field goal. 3rd and 9, an 18-yard pass. And then 3rd and 4, they got OPI on Keon Coleman, which then resulted in an incompletion. You need to put your team in a much better spot on 3rd down to win. And that is scheme. That is not execution. You can't just say man across the board, not really helping either side. You have your one single high free safety. You can't do this. With the players as they're playing right now, whether it's Sherwood, Quincy Williams, even Michael Carter, Cisco and Adams, like those 5 guys in the middle of your defense are not executing. And then you have a liability in Brandon Stevens. So it's definitely schematic. And I do want to see some wholesale schematic changes moving into this game, whether it's zone on obvious passing downs. Just if you have to sacrifice Sauce shadowing with Mike Evans to have zone where all 11 have a better chance to execute, that's fine. Don't put these guys in man. Don't put Sauce in the slot either, because I feel like that is the least effective usage for Sauce Gardner. We know that he's a little handsy, right? And when you go over the middle of the field, you're getting contested catch situations. That one to Josh Palmer, sure, he was pushing back a little bit with Sauce. They're always going to call it defensive holding, though. I think they missed an egregious hands to the face on Will McDonald, but when it comes to scheme, you have to run a little bit more zone. You definitely cannot be only man in these high leverage situations. And I did not like the quote, 3rd down equates to penalties. It does if you're a bad team. And right now, the Jets are a bad defense. Good teams get off the field on 3rd down. You'll watch Todd Bowles even. He'll dial up a blitz, and he'll get home with his slot corner or whatever, his safety from the top. Like, he will get home, and he strategizes when and when not to put his players in those situations. Steve Wilks, he just says, yeah, just go do it, and we'll figure it out. And that's not going to work. It's proven it's not going to work. You can't let 64 points in 2 games and say it's not the scheme. It's scheme and execution. They work hand in hand. If you have a bad scheme, they're not going to execute well. So I definitely didn't like that from Steve Wilks. And I'm not calling for his job. I am calling for a little bit more AG influence if there's not already some influence. And we know Wilks is more of a zone guy. So maybe the man stuff is AG. I don't know if that's blame for Wilks or AG specifically, but something has to be done in that defensive meeting room, Jake, between now and Sunday to get this shit figured out, because you have a hobbled quarterback with 3 offensive linemen missing. You need to execute your scheme properly, and it starts this Sunday.
I also need the players to be better too. Like, it's easy to blame Wilks, and Dylan's criticisms there are 1,000% fair. But come on, man. Jamie and Sherwood, they paid you a lot of money. You got to be better. Michael Carter, they paid you a lot of money last year. The excuse last year was you were hurt, which is fair. This year you're healthy. I know he's a little banged up now, but still, he wasn't good week 1 when he was healthy before he got on the injury report. Need more from him. Obviously, we know about the issues with Brandon Stevens, but to me, your best player's got to be your best player. Sauce Gardner was awful last week. Like, Steve Wilks is not to blame for Sauce Gardner not knowing how to do a wrap-up tackle on Josh Allen and trying to go in there with awful leverage and hit stick him. Like, it's easy to blame Wilks, and that's fair, but the players on the Jets themselves need to play better. They are paid a lot of money. There's 8 starters back from last year's team. They need to be better. I understand it's a new scheme, and I think Saleh, we're seeing, is a way better defensive coach than many in this fan base were willing to give him credit for. But they need to be better. They cannot be this bad. Tyrod, I don't think, will be the reason why the Jets don't win Sunday. The defense will be if they don't wake up.
Yeah, and I know we've kind of harped on Sherwood and Quincy Williams, and rightfully so, because they're in on 100% of these defensive snaps. That third linebacker, Jake, I don't care who in the hell it is. It could be Buffalo Jet fan out there at linebacker 3. I think he's going to do better than McCreary Ball and Kiko Malinois have done so far through 2 games. I put it out in a tweet. Marcelino McCreary Ball is a very good special teamer, a great special teamer at times. Like, he was the peacemaker in week 1 where everything was getting chippy after the whistle. Number 41 was running in there and calming it all down. He can't play defense, dude. I don't care if you're a converted safety. You can't cover jack shit. Like, not a tight end, not a slot wide receiver, not a fat wide receiver. I don't know if he can cover beast breaker, to be honest with you. So the third linebacker spot, and I know somebody said it. I don't know if it was wrong. I don't know. I don't know if it was Robbie or Joe who said it. Just play nickel, dude. Oh, it was Will. It was Will. Just play nickel, like, the whole time. And the combination of Michael Carter, Malachi Moore, and Isaiah Oliver can do better than that third linebacker throughout the entirety of the game. There is so much liability at the second level of this defense, which is the glue of the defense. You're not holding shit together. Like, you're cracking at the seams. And the play action, biting on play action, and you're like a yard and a half away from you're in the neutral zone, essentially, at the play action fake. You got to be backed out. You got to be at least 5 yards back to stop that, over the middle, that intermediate game. That's where they've been getting killed every single time. You see it's a crosser that's about 5 to 12 yards in depth. And there's no linebackers there. There's no overhang slot defender there, whether it's Michael Carter or Malachi Moore. You have to do something, and that's scheme related. But there are a ton of players that are doing bad. Obviously, Clemens is doing bad. Tony Adams, he was looking good before the hip injury. I don't know, man. Like, who do we have to replace them? But at the same time, do we even care? Because we just need to see some wholesale changes before this thing gets out of hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Thanks again to everyone for all the birthday wishes. Julian gifted 10 channel memberships, baby. That means he's got a chance to win a signed Joe Klecko jersey 10 additional times. Oh, yeah.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Thank you very much, Julian. Appreciate you. Also, I want to shout out JR3, who gifted 5 channel memberships. JR, hit the Jet Champ for you. Couple super chats, and then I got an eye-opening quote from Quinnen Williams I want your thoughts on. Joel's like, I'm trying to get in on the raffle. He figured it out. He couldn't gift, so he sent in a $10 super chat to earn 2 raffle tickets. Joel, thanks for your support. As always, my friend. This one is from Big Phil. He says, today is also the U.S. Air Force's birthday. No wonder you're a Jets fan, Jake. Also, DT, the show Friends, big thumbs down. Wow, Big Phil, you don't like the show Friends?
I'm sure he's a Seinfeld guy, and that's fine. I don't.
Is that not allowed?
Oh no, you're certainly not allowed to do that. You have
Wow.
to pick one or the other, Jake. Come on now. I don't know. I'm not a Seinfeld guy. I mean, maybe it's my ex-wife's fault that I'm a Friends person because she was a Friends person, but like we just always had it on in the background. I mean, but why not look at Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow? Why not?
Why not? I once rode the elevator with Lisa Kudrow when I lived in LA in college.
Oh, that's awesome.
Awesome experience.
Did you start singing Smelly Cat? Well, you don't watch the show, so you wouldn't know.
No, I do. I do watch the show. I just like Seinfeld better.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Seinfeld guy. I like Friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Well, you were in the elevator with Lisa Kudrow, so you should have. If you were a Friends guy, you would have sang one of her songs. Phoebe Buffay is a very well-known singer.
Yeah, I did not sing one of her songs. No.
Yeah, I would have been in there with Smelly Cat.
Let's see. This one is from Terrence. Says, "Happy birthday, Jake. See everyone on Saturday." Terrence, look forward to seeing you at our big time Saturday meetup. For those who missed the announcement earlier, Super Bowl III champion Earl Christie will be among the scheduled guests showing up at Gaspar's Patio Bar and Grill. Fireman Ed will be there. It's going to be great. Dylan Tereman's going to be there. I can't wait, to quote Bart Scott. Michael checks in. He says, Jake, I was going to cancel my flight to Tampa out of disgust from last week, but I have such a mental illness that I'm going to go. See you down there, brother. Michael, we will see you down there. Look, the worst the Jets could be going into that game we knew was 0-2. So the season is still very much alive going into it. And until they're done, Dylan, I'm going down with the ship, baby. Let's win Sunday and sink the pirate ship Bucs.
Those cannons aren't going off, Jake. I've said that since I bought my tickets to the game. We're sitting right in front of that. I don't plan on having to cover my ears one time for those cannons going off.
We are sitting near the cannon, so that could be rough.
Right. Dude, they do it for field goals.
Really?
Like, okay, if you score a touchdown, fire the cannon 6 times. That's wonderful. Don't shoot it 3 times for a field goal. It's soft.
They shoot it for a field goal? That's lame. I'm with you. Jess checks in. What's up, Jess? Happy birthday, Jake. Looking forward to meeting you and everyone in Tampa. LFG Jets. Jess, can't wait to meet you. Let's go. Jess is in our Joe Klecko signed jersey raffle at the end of the show for 5. Tommy Pickles in the house says, forgot to say happy physical, bro. Now, did somehow birthday change the physical, or am I missing some sort of joke here?
Maybe because you're getting older, we're going to start getting different tests done by doctors.
Interesting.
I turned 30 6 months ago, and I haven't gotten anything new. I feel the same.
Jetaholic checks in. Happy birthday, Jake. Thank you, Jetaholic. Also, if Tyrod plays well, we win. You better stay the starter. We need to win games. May the Jets be with you. What are your thoughts on this, Dylan? I hope we get to truly debate it. If Tyrod looks good and they win, he's starting against the Dolphins for me. Where do you stand with that?
Yeah, 100%. The fan base, the coaching staff, they don't really owe anything to Justin Fields, obviously. And at this point, when you're that desperate for a win, whether you're the fans or the coaching staff, you'll take it any way you can get it. Now, obviously, if you win in spite of Tyrod Taylor, then yeah, you have to consider Justin Fields going back in when he's healthy. But if he even shows a semblance of playing within timing of the offense and not having a 3.25 seconds time to throw like Justin Fields does, this offensive line should give him plenty of time to get the ball out. And he made some good throws in the 2 drives that he was in. I know the corner route to Tyler Johnson doesn't really get talked about because it was a drop, but he will make throws within the timing of this offense. So if he does well, yeah, absolutely. You keep him in. I'm getting killed in the comments, by the way, for not liking Seinfeld. Something about ribbons, and I lose a bet. I'm confused. Beast is calling me out saying I buy headsets. I don't even know what the hell that means. Thank you, Beast, though.
Nobody really knows what it means, but thank you, Beast. Nate, parentheses, Nate is in the raffle. How about this? Nate gifting 5 memberships.
JETS. Yes. All right, let's go.
Thank you to the Dream for the assistance with that one. Nate, you're in for 5. Appreciate it. All right, here's the quote from Quinnen Williams. It's making the rounds. Quinnen Williams, he said that the Jets defensive players made a pact to make sure that they never allow 200-plus rushing yards again. Quote, it won't ever happen again. Watch them give up like 199 yards, Dylan.
Hey, then they're staying true to their word, right? I mean, you and I can make a pact all we want, but like, does it actually matter if we can't go out and execute the pact? Like, I have a pact with you that I will one day date Margot Robbie, and that won't ever happen. So I have to see it to believe it with this defense. But that quote that quote, the big ships turn slow quote, the Jamie and Sherwood, once we start executing, we're going to be shutting people out. Like, why are we doing this at 0-2? Like, just say you're going to be better and move on.
I need to see this defense go out there and play a really good game now. And they have the talent to do it. I think it's a good matchup for them to potentially do it, but we got questions about this scheme. We got questions about just, did we overrate our own players? Were they only a product of being in Salah's wide 9 scheme? I don't know. It's only 2 games in. I would love to see this defense go out there, force some turnovers, be a reason why the Jets pick up their first win. I know Quinnen's going to bring it. I have no doubt about him. Mm-hmm. I need the other guys we've highlighted already. They got to step up. I'm not worried about Quinnen in the slightest.
Yeah, and we obviously talked about Emeka Egbuka not playing, but I really saw this as like the first potential spot where Brandon Stevens might not finish the game due to performance. So we'll see if AZ Thomas makes an appearance. But yeah, something's got to change and very quickly. And I don't think Quinnen has really been the problem. The defensive line really hasn't been the problem. The edges at times, yes, they're a bit of a problem, especially without JJ. But I feel like the interior defensive line between Quinnen, Phillips, Briggs, I think they've all done well.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want in on the conversation, the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline link is pinned in the chat. Let's get to some of your calls right now, shall we? First up today, we say hello to none other than Papa Jet. What's up, Papa? You start us off.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Papa.
I sound good because it took me a while to get in here, so I didn't know if it was my internet, but I'm good.
You sound good. The beard looks tremendous. What do you got for us?
Okay. Hey, DT, I do agree with you on the backers. I don't know if you remember, but it was a few calls ago or a few weeks ago when ADT went down. I mentioned that I felt the position we can't afford an injury was the linebackers for that reason.
You did say that, yes.
Because the depth, and then, as far as Bulls too, I always like Bulls. I know for a head coach, maybe not all that great, little dry, but I always loved him as a defensive coordinator. He was in Arizona, right? Before he came to the Jets, and then he went to Tampa. And my opinion, he won that Super Bowl against KC. He called a perfect game plan, so you got to give him props for that.
And he had the most galaxy brain move against the Texans, in my opinion, on Monday Night Football, allowing Nick Chubb to score the touchdown, preserving all their timeouts for the 2-minute situation. If the Texans were stopped and Tampa Bay used all their timeouts, they would have had less time and less timeouts to still go down and score. So Todd Bowles, I don't know if he basically told the defense, hey, let Chubb score on that big long run. We will have a ton of time with timeouts in our back pocket, and our offense will go down and execute. So that is a very Todd Bowles-like move when he was in New York. So I love to see the progression and the evolution of Todd Bowles as well.
Like all of us, you get better as you go, right?
You learn from your stops. Absolutely.
Yeah. And JK, happy birthday, bud. You're 30?
30. 3-0. Old.
Well, for me, I hate it hitting 30. I hate it leaving my 20s, but life goes quick now, so just enjoy it. But
Papa, you're the man.
Hey, you mind if I sing you a little ditty for your birthday?
Sing me a little ditty?
Yeah. Little song.
Not P.
Not P Diddy?
No, hell no, not P Diddy. A little tune.
Absolutely, Papa. Go ahead.
Okay. And it's not happy birthday because Bobby's got a patent on that. You ready?
I'm ready.
Jake, you are our sunshine, our only sunshine. You make us happy when skies are gray. And they're always gray because we're Jets fans. You never know, dear, how much we love you. So please don't take our Jake Asman away.
Ladies and gentlemen, a scintillating performance by Papa Jet. Papa, you are the man. We love you, and thank you. Go Jets. Yeah. Beautiful.
Papa Jet. I think he's singing with a chew in. He had a nice little lipper pack there, so good for him getting that out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, a 20 spot, first of the day. Rick Kent dropping 20. Hey now, hey now, hey now.
Now, give me money. Or I shoot him. And I shoot all you motherfuckers. And then we take it. Your choice, bitches.
Had to put the helmet on when we get a 20 spot. It's raining memberships, baby. Let me get to the 20 that the Rick Kent just gifted to the community. If you hear your name, you thank Rick for making you a channel member. Michael Pithlum, GM, Andres 1K, Zach Holmes, Danger Zone, Doc Avik, Dom C, Jason C, Atlanta Jet fan, Alan has gonorrhea, OG Jet fan Jim, Why Am I a Jets fan? Jay Chucky, 7 Ways to Win, Steady Edward Ziff, Trav, Jerry Spence, and Truth, all receiving a gifted membership there from the man, the myth, the legend, the Rick Kent.
We are mama way.
Oh, what a moment in time. Thank you to Mekhi Becton for giving me his game-worn helmet, Dylan.
The way it fits, you would think it's Mekhi's big-ass head.
That's right. I've been saying it. It's funny.
At least it doesn't come with any brown stains.
Not touching that one. Mickey with a super chat. I'm as big of a Tyrod truther as there is. When people wanted Carr a few years ago, I was saying Tyrod's better than Derek Carr. Tyrod equals Alex Smith. If you guaranteed me Tyrod's health and you just look at his career numbers and like his per game averages, like he's a really solid quarterback. So I don't think it's a crazy take. His issue has been when he plays more than like one game consecutively, he typically gets hurt and misses time.
Yeah, Mickey, this won't come as a surprise, but I will take any opportunity to go against Derek Carr. So I will take this. And I would say Tyrod, if healthy for 17 games, I would take him over Derek Carr. Absolutely. The same Derek Carr that people wanted over Aaron Rodgers, who then retired on his team. So couldn't have been me.
Not a Derek Carr guy. I agree. Good guy. I liked him a Hard Knocks, but
sure. Yeah. And he can't stay healthy either. Like he retired because he was hurt.
That is true.
It's just hilarious, actually.
Ladies and gentlemen,
extraordinary.
Dylan, I know how much you always agree with Gary, so this call here is going to be one of his best. You ready?
I'm ready. Pointing at nothing.
Gary.
I can say I agree with this take.
I'm enjoying this call from Gary. I think he nailed it.
It's amazing how many people call in and leave their studio not thinking like Jake's going to call on me at any time. Luckily, Gary was smart enough to.
Amanda's enjoying it.
Absolutely, Amanda. Luckily, I don't know if it was you that muted him, but he was muted in the studio there. So hopefully we're not picking up any vacuum sounds or yelling at his wife's sounds. So good call by Gary.
Gary, tremendous call. We thank you. From Gary to Rob the Jet fan. Hello, Rob.
Hey, guys. How's it going tonight?
What's up, Rob?
Rob, how are you?
Dylan, how are you, buddy? How you feeling? How you recovering there?
Oh, yeah, I'm great. I mean, I honestly forgot about the car accident. Thank you for asking. I've been good. I've been back golfing for the last 2 months. I mean, I haven't golfed in a couple weeks, but I'm 100% healed, back to work and everything. Appreciate that.
Good, buddy. Good. And of course, to the birthday boy there, making the big 3-0 there, Jake. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it. Thanks for messaging me earlier. You're the man. Yep.
You know you're the man. As maniacs, we all love you, buddy. But
let's get a win Sunday, Rob. That's what we need right now, badly.
Jake, they got to win for you. And the 22nd is my birthday. So that, I think, falls on, a Monday?
Yeah, Victory Monday on your birthday. How about that?
Hopefully, sandwiched in between there, we have a win from the Jets. Right, Dylan?
100%. We need a win for Jake, David T, Fireman Ed, now you. Like, everybody's birthday this weekend. We got to win for all you guys.
We have to. I mean, I hate to call and be negative. I really do, because Jake's birthday and my birthday coming up, and, just hoping for the win and keeping positive vibes. Just not happy with what I see with Wilks so far. Dylan, he got fired for obviously for reasons of not because he was a phenomenal DC. And then I see a guy like Saleh, and Saleh was not a good head coach, but Saleh was a good DC. And now I'm not surprised that the 49ers are 2-0, and he's causing, like, Huff, like, stripping a ball at the end to win that game. You see those things and you're like, oh my God, what's happening to us here? Like, it's just very disheartening. And then, you see guys like Stevens on the team and they're falling down. He catches that pass, we win the game, and it's a different narrative. We're 1-1. It's just very, again, disheartening, Dylan. I mean, what do you think Wilks did to make these corrections, or did he make these corrections, or was Aaron Glenn involved in this?
Well, based on his comments, I think nothing's going to change. Like, truthfully, there's just no reason for me to be optimistic about wholesale changes. Like, you can tweak a couple things and run cover 1 20% less, but like, you really need to make some wholesale changes to this defense, whether it's schematically or personnel wise. You got to get AZ out there for Stevens. Like I said, you got to play a lot of nickel or big nickel to combat having that linebacker 3 out there. And then those third downs, you really need to prove to me that you've actually learned from the first 2 weeks, and you're going to run a little bit more zone on third down. The cover 1, the cover 0, it's not going to work if your guys can't get home. And when you don't have JJ, you're probably rushing Braden McGregor or Michael Clemens or Tyler Barron off the edge. Those guys aren't going to inspire a lot of confidence. So you're either going to have to just play zone, or you're going to have to blitz a lot more. And I don't want them to blitz a lot more, because I feel like we can be very easily taken advantage of by Baker Mayfield. Baker might be the worst of the 3 quarterbacks we've faced in the beginning portion of this season, and I would still say Baker is a top 10 quarterback. Like, I get Rodgers is not a top 10 quarterback in the grand scheme of things. Right now, I think he's like 25th in a lot of these metrics, but we knew what that first game was going to be. It was going to be Rodgers dicing us up using his brain power, not his 41-year-old legs. And we knew exactly what we were going to get, a top 10 performance out of Aaron Rodgers. We know what Josh Allen is. He didn't even have to throw to beat us. It was the 40-yard scramble, and we knew the game was pretty much over. And that was before the roughing the passer. So now you get a guy like Baker Mayfield in here who, although he's hobbled, he's still going to be able to dice us up. And he's very much progressed from where he was Cleveland, Carolina. There's another stop that I'm missing in between there. Every single stop, he has actually progressed. LA, that's the one. You could really see the turn of Baker in LA, and he's been a great quarterback ever since. So I don't know. I have no confidence to say that these changes are coming, but we'll know by like the first or second, third down of the game. I'll be putting a text up to Jake, who I think is like a row over that way or a section over that way. And I'm just going to be like, it's the same shit. And it's a long game. And that's what it's going to be. But until we see actual changes, no, I don't feel confident that things are going to change.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just received a Venmo from Mark Ginchenko. Mark, thank you. I'm putting you in the raffle for shooting me a Venmo and not allowing YouTube to take a cut of the of some of these super chats and memberships here. I appreciate you. Jets Worldwide, our guy Snowball checking in. He says, happy birthday, Jake. Hopefully the Jets gift you a win. Go Braves, now the unknowns. Yeah, the Syosset Braves, apparently too offensive to be called the Braves, so we're not going to be called the Braves anymore. My high school where I'm from, Long Island, Dylan. Such a joke. Such a joke. Don't get me started on that. But thank you, Snowball. I appreciate it. I like the idea of the Syosset unknowns, though. Maybe they should go with that. That's kind of funny.
Brutal.
Also, Oregon Jets, one other than maybe Curly Norman, probably the most negative regular commenter. He says mock draft season starts Sunday at 4. If you're going to do the mock draft joke, Oregon Jets, at least spell mock right. M-O-C-K. M-O-C-H. That just looks silly. Come on.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah, Oregon, you're up there with like the Bang Mateos of the world who are calling Sauce Gardner just a pure bad corner in the chat.
Papa Jet, we know he loves Joe Klecko. That's why it's Papa Jet 73. He just gave himself 5 chances to win a signed jersey by the Pro Football Hall of Famer himself. Papa, let's go.
Hello. You play to win the game.
Well, we're playing for a signed Joe Klecko jersey at the end of the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to more of your calls here. Dylan Tereman's joining us in his weekly spot. Dylan, how many subscribers are you away from 1,000? Because I'm posting the link in the chat right now, and everyone needs to subscribe to your channel immediately.
Absolutely. We are exactly 50 away. 950.
come on.
We're making that final push. We got to get there.
Let's get it today, everyone. Come on. If you're going to do one thing for my birthday besides continuing to watch this show and support Dylan as well. He comes on every week, does a great job. Support the program. Dylan
I appreciate
show.
that.
Let's go.
And we will be doing a DT t-shirt giveaway for both A1 since day one members. I'm almost at 50 of those as well. So we'll be doing a giveaway once we hit 50. Hopefully in tomorrow's stream. I was going to go on today with a guest, but we had to switch some things up. So I'll be on tomorrow. So definitely subscribe. We'll be doing a giveaway of t-shirts. I'm probably going to give away at least 3 t-shirts to regular listeners and 1, maybe 2 t-shirts if you subscribe at the $5 tier to be an A1 since day one member. So I appreciate it. Hold on though. 3 Sibs said I was doing a little too much niceness to Roger, so I have to just put some chapstick on my lips. Apparently saying nice things is now is too far. We can't do that.
3 Siblings Day, the guy who you said sucks and can't play, lit up your team that we all root for. All right, so shut up. I'm so Jay's
I
brutal.
said the whole thing about Rodgers. I said he had a great game in week 1, and we know what he is as a quarterback. He's ranked in the 20s in the metrics. He did not have a great game against Seattle. He threw 2 egregious picks, but he also almost threw 2 egregious picks against the Jets. But we knew the effort we were getting from Rodgers was going to be top 10 quarterback level. Do I think Baker Mayfield in the year 2025 is better than Aaron Rodgers? I absolutely do.
I do. But I think Baker's a top
game,
8 quarterback in the league right now.
Yes,
you could argue.
In that game, we knew what we were getting from Aaron Rodgers. We just knew it. And the reaction when Chris Boswell's kick made it and the whole quotes afterward about I'm excited to beat everybody associated with the Jets, we just knew what it was going to be. I can say we got a top 10 performance out of Rodgers without giving him fellatio and saying he's the best quarterback in the year 2025.
Whoa. Hold on a second. To quote Big Cho, all right? To quote Big Cho.
Calm your freaky down.
Anyway, a couple things here. One, Frank P says, let's go subscribe to the great DT. Hey, Frank P, respond to the email I sent you. You want a Santonio Holmes signed jersey, and I'm trying to get it sent to you. So let me know if the address I sent you is still your current address, and I will press click on my memorabilia site, and it's going to send it to you because I won the auction for the Holmes jersey, which is why we're waiting to send it out. So Frank, confirm your address, and I will get it sent out to you today. I'll do it during the show if you respond right now. Man with a Rake gifting a membership. He's in the raffle for 1. Spencer Green is in the raffle for 2. He says, even when you showed Gary's blank screen, he still destroyed Briga. Greatness, ladies and gentlemen. All hail the beast. Bobby, by God, midnight.
Hey,
find someone who loves
everybody
you as much
has
as
a role on this show, and they all play it very well. I love it.
Spencer Green, well done, sir. All right, more of your calls right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check in with a man we will be seeing in Tampa in a few short days.
I got my eye on you. Checkmate me, full screen, bitch. Fireball, whiskey time, David motherfucking T.
Hi, fellas.
David T.
David, are you still sick?
Yeah, but I'm getting better every day. Check by Jake. By Saturday, I should be okay. Let me start off by saying happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you, David.
And you're giving away a Clecco jersey, and so my options for Sunday's game was because we need defense, a Q jersey, which I have for Clecco. So the deal is sealed. I'm going to go with Clecco, the old school. And
hey, David,
never
real quick. Ted says,
Yeah.
don't go near me when you guys meet up at the game. All right. He's very concerned about you being too sick.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
Ted says, don't go near me, please.
You know what, Jake? If I have to sit outside in order not to get people sick, I will do that.
Rick Kent says, David, don't get us all sick.
No, I won't. I promise. If I'm not feeling that well, I'm not going in.
What are you sick with, David T?
I got a sore. I was up in Pennsylvania on vacation this past week, and I got a sore throat and a cold and everything. So yeah, I promise you, I won't. I will not do that. I won't even I won't even go in if I'm not sick. But I am going, and I'm gonna go to the game, and even the tailgate, I won't do that. But I'm gonna go to the game and everything. So.
David T, you're the man. We're gonna get you healthier. I don't know what we're gonna do specifically, but we're gonna manifest health for you.
Well, like I said, I don't. The weird thing is, in the past few days, getting connected, close to the ladies, I'm like, at my work or whatever, I'm like, I got a cold. Oh, you're okay, and I was over at my apartment complex talking about my new lease. And she got close to me, and I said I got a cold and all that kind of stuff. But the ladies still want to get close to me because I am David T.
That's right, baby. You are David T. And you will be in Tampa, and you're going to give Ted and Rick Kent a big smooch on the lips just to prove that you're no longer contagious.
I got my Iron UG. I hope you like my Jets take. They call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
Great comment from Ted. He goes, no tongue.
Yeah, we won't be passing around the Fireball whiskey with David T on that one. That's unfortunate.
I want to be David T. I'm a longtime fan. Me too, man. I can't wait to be David T.
We got to put David T in a glass box, and everybody just walks by and waves to him.
Unreal. Frank, you're all set, by the way. I am officially ordering your Holmes jersey. It is being sent out, and I can even tell you live on the air when the expected date of arrival is. So expect it to get to your home between September 20th through the 23rd. So sometime next week, you will potentially be getting that signed Tone Time jersey. As far as our second prize today, it's up for grabs, baby. A signed Joe Klecko jersey is what we're playing for at the end of the show. Let's get to more of your calls. Man with the Jets tattoo, Carl, is on the line. Hello, Carl.
Hey, Jake. How you doing? Happy
What's
birthday.
Up, Carl? Thank you.
Hey, Dylan. Happy birthday to you, too.
Thanks, Carl. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Anyway, listen, Jake. Last night, I was flipping around on the channels, and I came across an NFL game, the NFL Classics, and I watched the 1998 Jets and New England game. And I will tell you something. I saw an energy in that team that I have not seen in years on a Jet team. These guys were playing with their hair on fire. It felt so good. I mean, it was like going back in time. It was just unbelievable. If I could see a Jet team now play with that enthusiasm, it was Rex, it was Bart Scott, it was Cromartie, it was everybody. These guys played. Cromartie said before the game, Tom Brady's an asshole. He said that right on TV. It was just unbelievable. It was just the best feeling I had in a long time. You think we could ever get back to that?
That's the hope, Carl. That's the hope, right? I mean, Aaron Glenn's trying to restore that feeling, bring it back to when he was here and he went to the playoffs, 4 or 5 times in his Jet career. I mean, 98, he brought up the championship game at his introductory press conference. That's the hope. They're a long way from that, though, it feels like, especially when you watch them last week. But there's no excuse for them to not be in this game Sunday, and you just got to stack wins, man. But you got to get that first win. You don't want to start 0-3.
Yeah, energy level has to be up, and to Wilks' credit, the fundamentals do need to be better. We just need to wrap up and tackle. Stop running into each other. Stop running into the wrong gaps.
Stop slipping.
Yeah.
Wear cleats that don't make you trip, Brandon Stevens.
And I know we're playing on grass the next 2 weeks, so you would hope that the equipment staff has them all fitted for the right shoes. It just doesn't make sense. It's just the stupidest things. And I hate using the Jets just killed themselves. Okay. To a degree, the Jets hurt themselves and their chances to win against Buffalo. Buffalo treated us like the little, adopted brother. Like we weren't even like the blood little brother of the Buffalo Bills. They treated us like the adopted little brother, and they just put a hurting on us. It had nothing to do with the Jets beating themselves. No, Buffalo beat the brakes off us.
Well said. It's just be better, man. Be better. Effort better, be better. More of your calls right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's say hello to a big fan of the show, ladies and gentlemen. When he calls in, a theme song plays, and you have to sing along and enjoy it.
Purple Belt Mike, he loves the dark night. He's got a green pool and he jumps right in. Maybe someday he'll get a brown belt, but for now he's just that Purple Belt Mike. Purple Belt Mike, it might be purple, but he can still kick your dirty ass.
Yo, I think it's both their faults. It's not just Wilks and it's not just the players, but the players aren't executing and they were getting out-schemed. So I don't think him saying, no, it's not really on me is a good sign because there's no accountability. And if you don't have accountability as a coach, then how can you have accountability as a player? So I didn't like that.
He didn't directly excuse himself of the blame, but when you are the person in charge of making the scheme, you can't just say, oh, it's not the scheme. Like that's just, it's pretty arrogant. So the messaging, yes, it implies that he is taking himself out of the blame. And I don't like that at all. I mean, we all have to be accountable. And for somebody who's been in a head coaching position, in a defensive coordinator position, all the way up to the Super Bowl, and I'll blame Kyle Shanahan for blowing that Super Bowl more than I will Steve Wilks for calling the wrong plays. Not excusing him and saying he's some great DC, but not a good look 2 weeks in and putting the onus on the players to execute the scheme that you're not putting them in the best situations to win. All we heard all spring and summer was, oh, we're going to put the guys in the best position to win. Our offense is going to look like this because of the players we have, and our defense is going to look like this because of the talent and the players we have. Okay, well, why is that not showing up on the field? Through 8 quarters, it has not shown up in 3 consecutive plays for the defense. You can get first and second down, and you're playing really good, and you have them at 3rd and 8, and then everything goes out the window on 3rd down. So I want to see 3 consistent plays by this defense. It's ridiculous.
And I want to see them make a stop when it matters.
Yeah.
We needed a big stop, and it's always a penalty, or we give up a play to Mitch Trubisky. Like, come on, make the stops. Don't commit dumb penalties, and hopefully we can win this game. You know, it's already Thursday, and I'm like, oh, maybe we can win now. Seeing these people out. We're all psychotics around here. But last question for both of you, actually. And happy birthday, Jake, because I didn't call in earlier. Tonight, do we want the Dolphins to lose and face them 0-3? Or do we want them to win so they're got a win under their belt for next week? What's the best outcome for us?
I thought about this. I almost want them to win, so maybe they're full of themselves and they maybe overlook the Jets, but there is something appealing about, hey, they're 0-3, they're reeling, and then the Jets could be the team that sends them to 0-4, buries them, and then maybe they'd fire Mike McDaniel after that. So I don't know. I mean, I guess best case scenarios, can they both lose? Can we get a tie? I don't know. What should we be rooting for as Jet fans?
Yeah, that's the question.
I personally want Buffalo to kick the shit out of Miami. I mean, we know the AFC East is going to be won by the Bills. So don't give anybody else even a slight chance of showing. Like, I want to come out of this season, regardless of what our season looks like, as the best team, second best team, in the AFC East. So I want to see Miami get crushed to oblivion. I don't think we'll put the final nail in McDaniel's coffin next week at 0-4. But, Saleh was fired going into week 5 or week 6. So, there's a chance that if we're both 0-4, or Miami's 0-4, coming out of that game, that we are the last that Mike McDaniel saw of the NFL at a head coaching level. But tonight I'm rooting for the Bills to put a hurting on the Dolphins, not injury-wise, but a 40-point bludgeoning. Please, just come down with your tail between your legs next week against the Jets. They're still going to look at us like the get-right game, whether they're 1-2 or 0-3. It's unfortunate. Everybody's looking at the Jets as the get-right game. But we need to look at Miami also as the get-right game. And if we're 0-3, which I hope
the get-even game, baby, the get back to 2-2 game.
Yes, that's what it needs to be. But if it is 2 0-3 teams, I want to see Miami coming in after getting their ass kicked. Purple belt wife, hello.
She's kind of shy.
Of course, Mike's sitting down at the opposite end of the kitchen, not doing a lick of help. You can pull that chair up to the counter and help her.
She's laughing.
Of course she is, because she knows I'm right.
He said preach. All right, I'll I'll say hi to my beautiful wife as she gets home, and I will listen to you.
Purple belt wife.
Laying down the
Smackdown
hammer,
on you.
baby.
Purple belt wife, she's the dark knight. She has a lazy husband who forgets to clean potatoes. Maybe someday she'll get some help, but for now she's just a purple belt wife. Purple belt wife, she might not be purple, but she can kick her husband's ass.
We love a PBW appearance.
Gotta love it. She knew right away. She's like, "You're really sitting on the phone with Jake right now?" When I walked in the door from work, that was totally what the vibes we were getting.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky NY, who will be in Tampa. He's ready to smoke and debate with Asmaniacs in person. He's in the raffle for one. Bill Clinton wants to know, 0-9, will Jake do shows? Look, win or lose, I do shows. This is unfortunately my livelihood. Now, I love the community, but unfortunately, I have no control over the on-field product. So, yeah, the Jets are 0-9. It's going to hurt me financially, no doubt, but I will definitely be doing shows every day. Big Fella says, prediction, that POS Matt Milano takes out Tua and we face Zach Wilson. Now, that would be something if Tua got hurt tonight and we got Zach next week with the Dolphins winless. Oh, my God.
That would just be crazy, because there's Jets fans that will convince themselves that regardless if the Jets win or lose this week, that Zach Wilson will beat them and throw for 275 yards, which he's probably never done in his entire career. Big Fella, I don't want to rain on your parade, but I don't think Matt Milano's playing. I think he injured his pec and they ruled him out.
Matt Milano, not out there. Ray, Super Chat, says, happy birthday. Thank you, Ray. Let's get this win. Go Jets. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for all the birthday wishes. You guys have been great. Everyone on social media, everyone on the chat today. Love it. Derek says, did you hear Quentin Williams' message? Not only did we hear it, we talked about it earlier in the show, Derek. So I'm guessing you just tuned in. If you want our thoughts on it, you can rewind and you can hear DT and I discuss that. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, stop what you're doing and predict where this man is calling from.
What's going on?
Outside, baby.
That's right. I just want to say some stuff about the last three callers. David T doing well with the ladies. Of course he is. They have eyes. You know? You talk about what man with the jet tattoo was saying. Like, I want to get the whole fan base back to a point where we all feel comfortable bad-mouthing and cursing Tom Brady on national television. We should all be able to do that.
Good point.
Yep.
And then, from Purple Belt Mike, he can't help. He's got a serious leg injury. He should be milking that for all it's worth. And I 100% support him in that.
I think PBW is over the milking of the injury.
Well, she has to have a little bit more consideration. She seems like she's a lovely lady, but I mean, this is something very, very serious. I don't want to see our boy get hurt again.
Yeah, 100%. Whatever the prognosticators say, we have to stick to that. If they say don't go in the kitchen, you can't help in the kitchen.
That's it. I want to thank you, Dylan, for doing your research here. I heard what you were saying about the snaps under center before.
I knew you were coming with it.
Well, I might not have necessarily, but it's good information nonetheless.
Yes.
But I think that you guys are taking the right tack. Well, if you're going to buy into, Glenn's building bricks, get the first win. And then, we can probably fatten up on a weak team in week 4. A team that might conceivably be worse than us, if we could imagine that team. Right. And we just go from there. And then, there's going to be all sorts of challenges, right, in this season. Right. But if we can get to a point where, we're not dead in the water and get to the back end of our schedule and be competitive, maybe we can have a season that we're not ashamed of. And I'm not going to go as far as to say a season we could be proud of, because I've been too accustomed to the Jets football over the last 15 years.
Mm-hmm. And I think we can fall in that area, honestly, where we're not completely proud of the product, but we can at least fall back and say, you know what, there are some things to hang our hat on let's build for the future. Hopefully we have enough pieces moving forward. So I think you can fall in that range where it's not, oh, we're cursing Tom Brady on live television proud, but there's an element of, yes, we can be proud of some things on the team.
I appreciate your time, guys. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Kyle Clifton checking in. How about this from Spencer? Calling out everybody. Can we get these bums off TV, not PBM or Kyle? Where the hell is Beast, Gary, Bobby, Gorman? Hell, outside PBM and Kyle, everyone else sucks. Wow. Strong.
Why doesn't Spencer call in then?
Yeah, Spencer. Why don't you call in? How about that, Spencer Green? Ladies and gentlemen, JYB in the house. JYB won our signed Weave Eubank helmet in a previous raffle. It finally arrived the other day, so I sent it out to him yesterday. JYB, you were the man.
Get your ass off my super chats. Some of these are gifted memberships too.
Hey.
The hell with it.
JYB, love you, my friend. Thank you for your support. 20 raffle tickets there with that $100 super chat. I know what we need right now. We need a man who is back in his attic. But earlier, he blessed us with a phone call while he was at his local grocery store.
Yeah, I ran out of oregano. I was like, ow. You know how that fun is. It never ends. Yeah. It's always one thing after another. You know how that works. Yeah. All right, what do we got here for grand total? $28.45. $28.45? I'll take care of you. Don't worry. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He just told us his pin.
Service with a smile. That is the sexiest thing you're ever going to see.
Beast never realizing that we can never hear him playing his actual guitar because his mic doesn't pick up the sound of it. You got to love it.
And it's probably not plugged into an amplifier.
That also could be it, too. Whenever you realize, Beast, that we can't hear you, it'd be great.
Is he just trying to take the gimmick that Gator did earlier? Because I liked Gator. Everything.
Beast?
I was listening to For Whom the Bell Tolls 1984, getting in the zone of things.
I'm glad we needed the year that To Whom the Bell Tolls was written.
Oh, hey, 1984 was a great year. The Olympics were in Los Angeles. You got to give that some due. And don't forget, there were some good surprises in 84. A lot of great things came out in them years. I'll tell you something.
Hey, Beast, Spencer says he brags about you and you show up doing this. My God, man, he needs more from you.
Hey, my fingers are busy when those guitars are cranked. That's when I turn the gas on and just go 180 full speed. And
your fingers are busy. I hope Alan.
I finger myself.
Whoa.
I was just saying it.
You see these strings on here? These are going to be replaced very soon with some heavier ones because these are getting.
I wouldn't fret about it, Beast.
Let me just say this. I had this. I've been this since 2006. I bought this in 2000.
Hey, Beast, Tom says just got on the video in perfect timing to catch the meatball at work.
You know what I say to that? Blah, 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 blah. Ooga.
Yeah, don't let him raise your blood pressure, Beast.
In the words of the great Bob Hoskins, ooga booga. You ever hear that?
Marcelo says, someone tell Beast his barber missed a spot, a very large spot.
Idiot. I'm not buying that one. But come Sunday, 3 things to do. 1, control. Ball control. That's what you guys need to learn. Ball control. 2, don't let the penalties eat you up. 3,
eating reference.
Use the mind. Be in control. But don't do this face mask. Oh. My head, bud, because then you'll be hearing I got gas right now. Oh. You'll be hearing you can kiss my big ass. Woo! You'll be hearing 5th. All right, defense. Automatic first down. Boy, we're going to be hearing Renfield all Halloween, ain't we? Okay, who's going to... Okay, okay, Halloween's coming up. What's somebody going to be for Halloween?
Hey, Beast, Spencer Green wants to know if you're going to replace your debit card after telling everyone that your passcode is 1234.
That is my prepaid. Prepaid only, Sonny. And what I do with my debit card is I take care of my cards. Unlike certain people that don't know how to play the game, it's called, hello, you play to win the game. Ding, ding, ding.
Do you know that you told everybody your PIN today, Beast?
Oh, I didn't even tell anyone my PIN. That wasn't even a PIN number, you moron. It's called use common sense up here.
Hey, Beast.
If you don't learn this, then you ain't got jack shit. I don't.
Emmanuel says, Beast, give us advice when you actually watch the game, you meatball wizard fraud Beast.
I don't give a rat's ass. As Bonesy once told me, don't pay attention to the chat. Just do what you need to do. Be yourself. It's not like you're sticking your underwear up your crack. And going,
I feel like you listen to the chat a lot, though, Beast. You never ignore the chat.
I don't think so. Nah. As a matter of fact, I got to get back to work anyway on music anyway because my fingers feel a lot better after.
Get back to work? What do you mean get back to work? You're retired.
Music-wise, as they all say, time to turn the gas on and pump some lead. And I already got my pay today, but next week I'm getting a little extra more pay. So, as they all say, keep them coming.
Yeti says every taxpayer in Illinois paid for Beast groceries today.
You know what? As Richie once said from Sopranos, you know what? Just like a pimp says to his hoes, keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Hey, JV says that you're disgusting.
You know what? Go. And in the words of, as Tony Soprano would say, hey, to fetch a culo così. Yeah, that's right. To fetch a culo così. Italian. How you like them apples? Now time for me to get back to work.
Hey, Beast, are you going to watch the game Sunday?
3-letter word. D-U-H.
Well, you didn't watch last week, you said. So.
Yeah, right. Well, as they all say, time to get back to work.
You mean time to sit in your attic? Play guitar?
Pulled out a new unplugged guitar.
Because it's not even plugged into anything?
Nope.
Mike D's Nuts says, happy birthday, Jake. Hey, thank you, Mike. FPP says, Beast, a new Packer fan. Interesting. It's funny. He thinks we can hear him. We can't hear a
the
damn
guitar
word.
Closer to the mic as well.
And look at him. He's like jamming out to nobody. It's great.
Yeah.
He's
looking at us, looking at him, wondering if we're having any reaction to this.
All right. Let's continue with the show here. The Lup Man joined us. Hey, Luppy. How are you?
How you doing? All right, Jake?
Oh, fantastic.
Happy birthday. Happy
Thank
birthday.
You.
Just hopefully my call is up to Spencer's standards. But now that Beast is on here, maybe it is. Listen, defense, guys. Defense. This guy's telling us that he's not going to change the scheme, right? I hope that he's thinking he's smart and telling that so that the other team thinks that Tampa thinks that they're going to do the same thing, and then he does something different. I hope that, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Dude, you got to change something. You got to change something. If it's a player, if it is, whatever you're doing, the practices, the energy, I mean, anything. Listen, we're not going to win a freaking game giving up 30 points a game. We're not going to. We're not that big of a potent offense. So the defense is the only thing that's going to get us going, guys. The defense is the only thing that's going to spark us. Tyrod Taylor might get down the field and do something. What happens if they go right down the field and score? I mean, it's going to be demoralizing. We need stops. A Jet team that doesn't have a defense, to me, is not a real Jet team. They need to step it up. And like I said, I think Aaron Glenn also needs to be involved this week. Hopefully he is. I mean, what defensive coach takes over a team and the defense sucks? I mean, come on, guys. Really? It's just crazy. Crazy.
Especially when the defense had a lot of talent to begin with, right? And they had so many starters back. So 100%. Now, by the way, Spencer Green says, put these in for Luppy. I love them. Luppy, you're getting 2 raffle entries. You won over Spencer Green.
You're the best, Spencer. Thank you so much. Love it. And this is King Lowski right here. It's for King.
I love it.
King Lowski.
Luppy, you're the man. I ordered your jersey today, so be on the lookout, all right?
Beautiful. Definitely. I'll be wearing that to the Carolina game.
Love it.
Right? And if I have to get on the field.
Luppy?
What's that?
You coming to Tampa?
Yeah, I am Dylan. Dylan, how you doing?
Hell
Say hello to you. I'm sorry. Dylan, my man. Yeah, definitely going to Tampa. Like I said, hopefully I'll be wearing that jersey. I'll be rocking it. And if I have to get on the field and play defense myself, I will.
Love it.
Me and you
Luppy, you're the man. The Lup man delivers. All right, more calls right now. Jenergy in the building. Hello, Jenergy.
What up, guys? Happy birthday, Jake.
Thank you, Jenergy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to. I had to call because it's your birthday. You're the legend. And DT, is it also your birthday? I heard?
No,
Or
no.
they're just kidding. They're just kidding.
Oh,
I think someone said it was. I was like, I know it's Jake's birthday. I know that there was a running joke. Was it with Johnny Boy one time that he said it was his birthday, or I don't know. People be prank calling. So I just had to say happy birthday and have an awesome time in Tampa, no matter what the what the results are. If it's a little bit loud, it's because I'm in a Chinese buffet right now. So I'm waiting to meet up with friends. I'm actually we're gonna see the Roberto Clemente documentary.
Oh, very cool.
That that was actually produced by LeBron James. So yeah, celebrating Latino Heritage Month. So meeting up with some friends, movies, picking it old school. But yeah, so I'm just saying here to say happy birthday. And I know we're going back and forth between we're excited one day, pissed off the next, the life of a tortured Jets fan. So yeah, I'm beginning to understand like why my dad is so numbed out. He's like, I used to let it bother me. I don't let it happen. I'm numb to this now. I'm like, I don't know how you do it, Dad. I really don't get it. But now I'm my whole idea. Whoa. Okay, we got some food.
It's a party in there.
You know, you're in a Chinese buffet. You should be here,
Enjoy
Jake.
it.
It's right.
I know. Unfortunately, I have to work. But
saying
you have a
happy
great
birthday.
time.
All right. Happy birthday, go Jack.
They're singing happy birthday. Jenergy, you're the best. I love it. That was epic.
Oh, what are the odds of that? That's awesome.
Oh, man. Thanks for the call, Jenergy. Love it. Bronx Jet fan. Speaking of Bronx, Jenergy's from the Bronx. She's our Jenny from the block. Bronx Jet fan in the raffle for 1 and 2 entries here with 2 gifted membership. More calls, and then we'll do our raffle, start to wind down the show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's rapid fire through a couple here. JT, let it rip.
Yo, what up? What up, guys? How we doing today?
What's up, JT?
JT.
Yo, I just wanted to say happy birthday, Jake. So I'll make it nice and quick. Jake, happy birthday.
Thank you, JT.
And Jets, Jets. And Dylan, keep up the good work, man. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it, bro.
JT, love it. Let's go Yanks as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Jetaholic, let it rip.
Damn, that was quick. First off, happy birthday, Jake.
Thank you, Jetaholic.
And then as far as this weekend, like I'm honestly kind of excited to see Tyrod play. Like he's always been a good quarterback when he's on the field. It's probably the best offensive line he's had in probably 5-10 years to play behind. Like I just want to win games. Like Fields probably isn't the guy. Let's just play competitive football and win some damn games. Like that's honestly all I care about right now.
Yeah, I agree, man. Look, I don't think Tyrod's the future. I don't think Fields is the future, but I want to win as many games as possible. Like, there's good players on this team that never experienced winning. Let's win as many games as we can. Figure it out from there.
That's how you change the culture. Like, and who's had it worse than us recently? You could argue we've had it the worst out of any fan base in sports, at least from the 2010s on. Like, but anyways, let's just hope Baker, the pastry chef, will have some apple turnovers on Sunday, and maybe we need Beast to sing the national anthem and play his guitar. Maybe that'll get us a win.
If we can hear it. Jetaholic, you're the man. Great call. All right, from Jetaholic to a guy who's ready to smoke and debate.
I'm Ricky, New York, and I love to smoke. Florida State, I really love Florida State. Hey, easy, Thomas, you know it's from Florida State. At any rate, I call into smoking debate. Florida State, I really love Florida State. At any rate, thanks for taking my call, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Thank you, Ricky. Looking forward to seeing you in a few short days.
But looking forward to seeing all of you guys too. Since it's Joe Klecko, give my raffle ticket to Papa Jet. I know he would love that. At any rate, I'm kind of in the same boat as David, where I'm just kind of getting over being sick, but I'm definitely on the mend and feeling better and looking forward to this weekend. It has been about 5 degrees a day cooler here the last few days. So it's still warm, but a little bit cooler. Hopefully that continues through the weekend. And you know what? The last time we played in Tampa with a backup quarterback, we won when people didn't think we would. And call me crazy, but I think our passing game may actually be a little bit better with Tyrod in there. And I'm looking to pull the surprise upset and looking forward to the win this weekend. But
Love it.
You know what? I'll be meeting all of you on Saturday, so it's going to be a win for me either way.
Hell yeah, we're gonna get some R&D in, Ricky. You got to feel better, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Looking forward to it, Dylan.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky and Y. DT, you ready for a show and chill session?
Always ready.
Calm your freaky down.
Gator says, I think Big Cho might need an intro.
Yeah, it's nice. I like my recliner. No, I just called to check in. I don't like all those wrinkles on my head. I don't have that many wrinkles. My implants are coming in 3 months.
The Kardashian ones?
I put the jet gear on for you. Been running some errands early. Came home just chilling. Jay.
Big Cho.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Big Cho.
I see you got my email.
I did get your email.
Yo, it's Shania's birthday as well.
Happy birthday to Shania.
Yeah. She thinks it's pretty cool you guys have the same birthday.
It's a special day. It really is.
Yeah. I hope you have a good day, dude.
Thank you. I'm hoping it manifests into a Jets win on Sunday, Big Cho.
Yeah, me too, man. We need one. What's up, Dylan?
How are you, Big Cho? That's a really clean G5 jersey you got there. I like that.
Appreciate it. Won it from the raffle a couple weeks ago.
Hell yeah.
So I thought I'd put it on.
It looks good on you, Big Cho. I actually thought I was talking to Garrett Wilson for a second.
Yeah, we look the same, don't we?
It just looks so authentic. It looked like it was really G5 there.
Yeah, we look the same.
Is it true that you called in wearing a Bills shirt because you lost a bet, Cho?
Yep.
Oh, man, that must have been brutal, huh?
Yeah, it was brutal, but I'm
Chilling
making
in
my
Bills
word.
gear.
So I got a bet with another guy, a Tampa Bay fan.
And oh no, you have Tampa gear you're gonna put on if they lose?
Nah, he's gonna give me some Tampa stuff.
Okay. Hopefully it's that nice the orange creamsicle ones and not what they normally wear, the pewter and red.
No, it's the creamsicle stuff.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Cho, how are you?
Hey, what's going on?
Nice and chill. That's what I am. You look like you chilling. You chilling?
I'm always chilling, man. Trying to
Yeah.
rest up.
I've been chilling a lot better since I learned how to lean like you.
There you go.
There you go. Yep. Cho, you the
Good to be
man.
back.
Loving it.
Appreciate that.
You're a real G5.
Appreciate that. We need a big win this Sunday.
I wish you were coaching the D. You'd have a better shot.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that.
That's for real.
I want to help out the Knicks this year.
There's no help for the Knicks. They'll get to the playoffs and knock out again. Unless you coach.
I hope not.
Me too. How many chill moments do you do a day, Cho?
As many as I can.
It's the only
At
answer.
least 5, right? At least 5.
At least 5.
At least 5 chills a day.
What about you?
This is my first chill. I'm going to make sure I do another 4. I'm going to Go after the master there.
There you
We
go.
don't chill. We don't get you right in the next day. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you.
Are you chilling?
Yeah, I'm chilling. Got an ice pack on my neck, trying to chill out.
Probably after leaning on this post, I'm gonna have an ice pack on my neck.
Yeah, probably.
What'd you do to the neck? I know the back was hurting. What happened? Now we're on the injury report with the neck.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
see that listed. That might be a fine there. You know.
All right. No need to get the team in trouble, Rich Samini.
Sorry, it's just chilling. I gotta turn my chill down. Dylan, you chilling? Chilling like Dylan?
Yeah. Gotta chill like Dill.
With a name like Dylan, you gotta be chilling. Right, Joe?
Of course.
That's right. Chilling like Dylan.
Joe chilling like Dylan. Jay could be chilling after tonight, after he gets his birthday celebration.
Love me, thank you. great show and chill session with the Lup Man there.
Always appreciated.
So, Big Joe, what's on your mind? I know you called in.
No, I just wanted to say happy birthday again.
Thank you, Big Joe.
And have a good trip down to Tampa. Be safe.
Thank you.
I wish I was going to be there, but I'll be up there up in New Jersey in October.
Hey, Georgie just wrote in, hey, Chump, if the Jets lose to Carolina, I'm calling in and calling you out.
I wish he would call in. I need him to come up to the game against Carolina.
None of these guys want to face you, Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, Spencer Green says, Joe, I will Venmo you for some green if you will roll a joint and chill on the show with us.
No, I can't do any drugs, man. I get fired from my job.
Is pot legal in North Carolina?
No.
You're
south of the Mason-Dixon line. You're not getting anything legal that's close to that.
Yeah.
I'll take you up on that, though, Spencer. Joe, I wish I was coming to Carolina. I would have loved to do this in person and chill with you.
You're not coming under Carolina?
No, Tampa Bay is the last game for me. I tried to get them all out of the way early in case the inevitable bad start happened. So.
Oh, I see. Where you live, South Carolina?
Yeah, I'm in upstate. I'm in Spartanburg.
Okay.
Yep, I drive past Catawba every time I go see my brother in Greensboro.
Nice.
Yep. I always have to lean my chair back a little bit when I'm driving on that portion of 85 because I got to pay homage to you and chill when I pass through Catawba.
There you go. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
I don't think the Jets are going to lose to Carolina.
It's a little far ahead to predict anything, but I would hope that they're favorites at home and they can hopefully beat up on what looks to be an inferior team.
Yeah, I hope so.
Hey, Big Joe, what are you doing tonight? Anything freaky?
No, I'm going to watch the Thursday night football game. Calm your freaky down.
Just promise me you're not doing any of this.
I finger myself. Nah. Why you got to put that on there, Jay?
Well, you know why.
Why?
Because we want to make sure that we spread awareness to not do that.
Oh, I see.
Don't be like Alan.
No, definitely not.
I mean, this sicko is admitting it in YouTube jet chats.
Well, something must be wrong with him then.
Oh, yeah. Any other thoughts, Big Joe?
No, I'm just gonna watch the game tonight. Who's playing? The Bills and the Dolphins?
That is correct.
Yeah, we'll watch the game.
All right.
What are you gonna do? It's your birthday.
Yeah, I'm going out to dinner, and then I'll probably watch the end of the game after.
Who are you going to dinner with? Parents?
I'm the Pope, actually.
The Pope.
He's in town.
Oh, he's taking you out to dinner, or are you taking him out?
I'm going to offer to pay, but I don't know if he'll let me.
Oh, okay. Well, enjoy yourself. You know where you're going to dinner?
No, not yet. I'm waiting for him to text me back.
Okay. Well, have a good time.
Big Joe, thank you, man. I'll talk to you soon, all right?
Go Jets.
Go Jets.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Remarkable call there with the great Big Joe.
That was great. always love it. Always love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached today's closer. But first, Oregon Jets. He says, put me in, coach. Happy birthday. Thank you, Oregon Jets. And if the Jets do, in fact, lose, it might, in fact, be mock draft season. Just spell it M-O-C-K. All right.
I don't want to do the mock draft Mondays on my channel, Jake. I don't want to do it. It's September. Like, I waited as long as I possibly could last year with Rodgers. I was just prolonging the inevitable. I don't want to do it in October even. Like, put me to closer to November after Thanksgiving, and then we could do mock drafts, but I don't want to be forced to do it after 0-3.
I would agree, but if the season were to end today, Dylan, the New York Jets would have the number 1 pick in the draft.
Oh, God. Well, I saw it was the Saints first and then the Jets second, so they must have updated it because the strength of schedule is the same. I also wouldn't be surprised if they switched that just to troll the Jets with number 1, but why are you showing me this, Jake? You ruined my day.
Just saying. That's just kind of where we're at.
No, yeah.
They're going to win Sunday, though, Dylan. Come on now.
Lenore Sellers coming down the pike.
Wish B. He is in the raffle for 5. Thank you, Wish B. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for today's closer. Now, we went to him earlier. He wasn't there. Some say it was one of his best calls he's ever had. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe this call is going to be absolutely extraordinary.
Extraordinary day today. Just extraordinary. Truly extraordinary. This is truly, truly extraordinary. I mean, it's extraordinary. That is extraordinary. Extraordinary. Extraordinary.
It would help if he unmuted his mic. It would make the call extraordinary.
Some are saying it might not help. What's up, Gary?
They need the ism, Dylan. They need the ism. The ism saves lives. The ism is like Wu-Tang. It's for the children. You learn the Amanda's right. It's extraordinary. You see? Amanda thinks Amanda needs the ism. We can still save Amanda. It's not too late for her.
You guys are like magnets to each other. There could be a room of 8 million people. You guys are right there locked. I love it. You guys don't miss a beat.
I don't blame her. You know, the guys her age, a lot of the guys her age are not doing their job in leading women the way that they should. So then women like Amanda are lost at sea without direction. It's not good. It's not a good thing. But
Great point.
Happy birthday, Jacob. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Gary. Appreciate it.
Is that weird to wish you a happy birthday?
No, I'm just laughing at you.
The segue of it. It was
yeah,
great.
just
It was
like
perfect.
All right. I had a question for you first, Dylan, and I had a couple of points I wanted to make. I was on the other day with Parles. It might have been yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever Parles was on. And I was combating him. I was going back. I was spiking the football over Spencer Rattler. And you said that he was 0-8, which is a fair critique. Yeah. Do you have the same critique of Caleb Williams? Do you think he sucks because he's 1-12 or whatever they are over his last 13 games?
Okay, well, first of all, I used the 0-8, and it goes against everything that I stand for. That quarterbacks or wins is not a quarterback stat. So I was just throwing that out there. I was a very big Spencer Rattler fan. I don't know if you're on Twitter or not, but if you searched my handle on Twitter and Spencer Rattler, I said he was quarterback, I think 3 in that
I
class.
said 2. I adjusted to
I
3
forget
now.
the class, but it might
yeah.
have been as high as 2. Truthfully, I just forget what class it was. But I don't see the next steps being taken from him at the NFL level. He does a lot of good things and a lot of stuff that I saw him do at Oklahoma. I just don't know if it's consistently enough where it's like, okay, I want him as my starter. But I loved him coming out of the draft. So I was a big Rattler fan. I'm not impressed by what Caleb Williams is putting on tape. I don't know if it's Ben Johnson. It's a lot of him holding on to the ball. He'll have that every 8th pass is a wow pass. He throws it with anticipation right in the bucket, and sometimes it's dropped. But then the next 7 plays are Zach Wilson-esque, and it's like, how the hell did we get here with a guy like Caleb Williams? But those things kind of showed at USC, right?
I thought so.
He can't run around and hold on to the ball for 6 seconds in the pocket, and run 30 yards in
you
a
got
scramble.
a smaller, slower, less arm strength version of Justin Fields. I said he was a 3rd-round pick. That's how I assessed him. I never understood the hype at all.
That's very fair. There was a lot of criticisms that are showing up on NFL film with Caleb Williams, but also Spencer Rattler. So were they the same draft class? Please remind me. I'm so bad at remembering.
They were the same draft class. Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember Caleb Williams took Spencer Rattler's job at Oklahoma in the Texas game. Remember?
Yes,
Rattler was getting blown out. They put Caleb Williams in and came back.
Right. And then Caleb moved to USC and Rattler became the starter at Oklahoma, right? That's how that happened? Yeah. So that draft, that was the 6 quarterbacks in 12 picks, right? Bo Nix was 12.
Rattler went like round 5.
Yeah, he was 150 overall.
Yeah.
He was 150 overall. We traded back when they took him. We traded back and we could have taken him, but we took Jordan Travis. So I do remember that. And I was pounding the table for Spencer Rattler at 150. I was pounding the table for him in the 3rd round, if I'm being completely honest. But I had him over guys like Bo Nix, who went 12. So I liked Spencer Rattler. Don't point at Jake like he's wrong. Don't point at.
No,
Jake.
I'm not. I got so much heat for this. So much
are the
heat
most
for this.
volatile position. It's so hard to try to be accurate about these guys. Just watching their college tape, a lot of these things are showing up for these quarterbacks. Even Bo Nix, a lot of the same stuff is showing up that he did at Oregon and Auburn, except he has better coaching. So I would like to see Spencer Rattler get a little bit coached up at the NFL level and not thrust into the starting role, but I think he's better than Tyler Shuck. So you kind of have no choice. You kind of have no choice.
The Tyler Shuck
really.
thing was shocking to me.
Yeah.
I watched that guy play for 12 years at like 10 different schools. Like, this guy, okay. All right. And Jake, Beast told you before, when Beast quoted Tony Soprano, he told you that he was going to kick your little ass. He told you Tifachi Ikulo Kwasi. That literally means I'm going to kick your ass like this. That's what he told you. Just
when did he say that? I don't remember.
On his call. He quoted Tony Soprano. That's Tony Soprano said. He said it to an FBI agent who was raiding his home. That's
really. Let's check in with
that's what he
Mr.
said
Beast himself. Hey, Beast.
Yeah, I just got I got some strings. I'm trying to figure this. I'm going, okay, 48, 28, 18, 14, 11. Yeah, confusing. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to figure this out. I'll figure it on the internet. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but well, I know for a fact tomorrow I am going to be making my first ever, the ultimate breakfast burrito with a man sauce, and we're talking the man sauce.
I don't know what that is.
This is the big fella special, baby. This is the stuff that will burn your ass, and it will clean you out. And I'll tell you, you won't be getting up after number 1. You'll be going,
JD says it's amazing how Beast entertains himself in an attic.
Hey,
Is it better than Salsa Valentina? Salsa Valentina is pretty good.
Valentina is easy. That's for high schoolers.
Okay. All right. Salsa Valentina is pretty good.
Come on. Step your A game up. Come on. Tapatio.
Right. I'm just asking a question. I'm asking, is it better? You still haven't really directly answered the question. I think I know what your answer was, but is it better than Salsa Valentina? I'm going to take that as a yes. Like, blink 3 times if it's actually no, but I'm going to take that as a yes. I also,
in the words of Steve Austin, boring.
Hey, Beast, you ever quote anyone on your own? Like
I learned
you
from
ever
the
quote
greats,
yourself? Yeah.
I learned from all the greats. The great Fergus Meredith, Alan Thicke, Ed O'Neill,
You didn't learn from any of them, though. You never met these people.
Hey, I met Tommy Dreamer, the great.
It's possible. I don't
You
know
know
why
who that
someone.
is?
I don't know who
You know who
Tommy
that is?
Dreamer is.
You don't know who Tommy Dreamer is? Come on.
I don't. Why would someone lie about?
The greatest ECW hardcore wrestler that I got a chance to
Oh, I
meet.
may know who. I might wait a second. I might take that back. I might know who he is. I don't know. I can
Sabu.
recognize him amongst. I know the name for sure. I take that back. I think.
The great Sabu. I regret.
R.I.P.
And don't forget the great Jerry.
Did he say Alan Thicke? Did he say
No.
Alan Thicke?
Alan Thicke was great on Growing Pains.
Yeah, Growing Pains.
Yeah, I watched Growing Pains. I've also watched Step by Step too, especially. Anybody remember Step by Step? Oh, that was a funny show. But you know
How did
who's
we
the
get from
hottest
Tommy
one?
Dreamer
Tom
to
Wilson.
Step by
Can I reel this back in? This has gone astray. You
Yes,
mentioned
please,
something.
Gary, reel us back in.
I had
love
2
it.
quarterback points. You said you had a Zach Wilson jersey, which a lot of you losers did.
No.
I'm kidding.
I never had a Zach Wilson.
No,
jersey.
not you. Jake said he had.
Oh,
Jake said he
did,
had a
yes,
Zach
Jake.
Attacker jersey.
I did.
What jersey is actually worse, Zach Wilson, Tim Tebow, or Xavier Gibson? Like of those 3, which one's actually the worst? Because I got the Tebow and the Gibson, but which one's actually worse?
Zach Wilson.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean, like by worst though? What are we defining?
Which
it
one
by?
would you not want to be seen in?
Zach Wilson. Yeah.
Nobody's gonna know who Xavier Gibson is. And you could probably
And
just pass
Tebow.
it off as like I met him one time and he was a really nice guy to me and his story was cool. And Tim Tebow, I mean, you've been in the South before. They would eat Tim Tebow up. They would love that.
It's a horrible Jets jersey, bro. He was terrible. It was not good. He played
I think a Broncos Tebow jersey would be awful too. He was not a good NFL player.
He won
I
a
mean,
playoff game for them though. It's a nice novelty
yeah.
thing to say.
Yeah, sure.
That's why when people say he won a
playoff
playoff game, Tim Tebow and Danny Dimes won a playoff game. It's not that serious. It's not that I won a playoff game. It's not that serious.
Win 4 road playoff games, and then we'll talk. Daniel
Right.
Jones.
Exactly.
Mark Sanchez for
Sanchez
life, baby.
wasn't that
Beast,
bad.
what are you doing, bro?
We should have just kept him. And then the other thing, Jake, you mocked me a little bit when I said we should bring in Sam Ehlinger as an emergency third string quarterback. Now we can't do it anymore. He's off the Broncos practice squad and activated on their roster, so we can't do it anymore. But how nice would it be to have Sam Ehlinger just in case something happens? And how are we saying his name? How are we saying Tyrod?
Tyrod. It's just
Tyrod.
Tyrod.
Still going with Tyrod. Okay.
Hey,
How nice would
we
it be
have
to
Brady
have our boy
Cook.
Sam?
We have Brady Cook. It's fine. It's
You
fine. We
want to play
got
Brady
Brady.
Cook in the NFL? If something happens to Tyrod, which is
I know you're a
the
Texas
rule, not
guy,
the
but
exception.
I would just take Brady Cook over Sam Ehlinger too. I mean, he's been here all summer. He knows the system. Maybe Sam Ehlinger could do some better things, like in terms of quarterbacking. Beast, I don't get you.
They're
But
screwed if they need their third quarterback,
Yes.
no matter who.
I
it
would
is
just take
right
Brady.
now.
I just wanted Sam Ehlinger was on a practice squad. He got cut by them, but they took him. I just want him to have a job in the NFL. I would take a bullet for Sam Ehlinger. He's one of my favorite Longhorns ever. I love that man. So I
Tom
want him
D.
to have a job. He's got a job now, so it's all good.
Beast eating man sauce sounds a bit odd.
It's
This sauce is not to be eaten. It's supposed to be.
What
it's
is
used for
that?
This is the
Hot
big
sauce.
fellas.
It
hot
looks like
sauce.
an Ed Hardy t-shirt on a label. What
Do
is
you,
that?
do you have any idea where this came from?
No, I
Joy
don't. That's what I'm asking. I've never seen that before.
Well, in
Hey,
certain
Steve
terms-
Austin's gonna kick your ass apparently if you keep
Yeah.
using his quotes.
He's gonna kick your ass. That's what he said
Would
before.
you pipe down and take a chill? Well, have a
That's-
Pepsi once in a while.
That's what you told him before, didn't you? You told
Have
him you were
a
gonna kick his
Pepsi once
ass
in
like
a
this.
while. Get it? Now this hot sauce. This is not a fun hot sauce to play with.
Hey, Peter Castro says, Beast, you eat anything in sight. Is that true?
Give me a break. Cut the cut me the cut me
Where?
the chicken.
What
off.
country? That's the pound. That's was that the euro? That's the pound. He's in the UK. Shout
I
out
think it's the
Daz.
euro.
Don't ask Jake that
Is that
question.
I don't know. I think I can't. Can you tell them apart? I can't tell them apart.
No, I don't know. Daz says, happy birthday, Jake. Beast is a disgusting fat body. Even little Joey's embarrassed. Don't mean to offend, however, just stating facts. What a chump.
So
Suck this, Buster. You jack off. You and as everyone has been saying in Europe, take a Palestine and stick it up your hole. Yeah, stick it up your hole. Wanker. Donkey.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Extraordinary.
Have a bless.
All right.
Now, I'm
Thank
gonna put
you.
some cowboy music. I'm gonna put some cowboy music on and go cowboy.
Hey, your photographer's watching the show. Beast always asked me to take photos of him on the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, winner. They did it again. Good. This fucking job's like a fucking thing anyway.
Hey, Beast, do you eat dead whales?
Wow.
Yeah, right.
This is better than eating live ones.
Beast?
By the way, that was the pound. So the
I just
pound
want to
is
know. I just want it's pound. So he's from the UK.
yeah.
But
The
I don't
euro
really understand.
The euro
I don't
is
re-
like a C with two
It's a
lines.
C with a
through it.
line through. Yeah.
2 lines. Yeah.
Friday is a
It looks more like an E. Beast, we're just talking over you at this point. We're not listening to whatever you're saying.
Thank you, Beast. Anytime a guy says he's gonna eat the big fella's man sauce in a bathroom, I'm kind of weirded out.
It's kind of weird. It was weird. I still don't know what that sauce was. I don't know what that was. I didn't
Gardner?
really tell. Sauce Gardner.
It was hot sauce that big fella sent him.
How do
that
we
he's,
like that
raving
matchup
about.
this week? How do we like that?
I think it's a good matchup.
I like
Evans is a
Because
big outside wide receiver, kind of uses like his physicality to get open and win contested balls. I think Sauce is built for that type of player. I think Stingley did a nice job of taking Evans out of the game for a lot of it. So I think Sauce could do something similar.
I think the players like Calvin Austin give Sauce more trouble than the guys like Mike Evans.
Yeah, it's like little quick guys who can get off the line quick.
And
not
he
give
even
them
said
the
in
problems.
college that Calvin Austin was like one of his hardest competitions, Memphis versus Cincinnati.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And he played Alabama in the college football playoffs in his final season. So
Memphis.
Memphis is so good at skill players that just last like 3 seconds in the NFL.
I forget, it was 10 years ago. Ole Miss beat Alabama and the next week lost to Memphis. I'll never forget that. It's like, how do you do that? How do you beat Alabama? This is like Nick Saban, like prime 2014, 50, whatever it was. Like you beat, there was when Paxton Lynch was on Memphis. It's like you lose.
Oh, well, that's why they lost, Gary. Come on, Paxton Lynch. Generational.
First round pick, right? Oh, well, he's tall. What else is he?
So was Brock Osweiler.
He's tall.
Gary, this really was an extraordinary call by you.
That's great.
Excellent. Happy birthday, Jake.
Thank you, Gary. You are truly
I like that, Texas. But that's not me. That's pretty good. That's pretty
extraordinary.
Extraordinary. Extraordinary. That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary. It's quite extraordinary. Quite extraordinary. You know, women shouldn't vote. Just do laundry and vacuum. Extraordinary.
Thank you very much to Gary there and Beast. Couple membership shout outs. The Lup Man, in the midst of all that chaos, he just gifted 5 channel membership.
Hello? You play to win the game.
We're playing to win a signed Joe Klecko jersey. Last call to enter the raffle. The names are being put together. Ray Winter, thank you for gifting 5, Ray. Always appreciate your support in the comments. Oh, yeah. A reminder, if you don't win our Klecko jersey, you are automatically entered to win our 3 signed footballs this week on the show. Signed Corbett, signed Sauce, signed Darrell Rivas. Figure we do a football sign thing because we've been doing a lot of jersey giveaways, so we'll switch it up this week on the show. DT, are you ready for the Wheel of Champions? Because it's fast approaching that time.
We got to find out who's the winner, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, I am putting together the list of names. So what I need to do in the interim right now is play a short clip. When this clip is done playing, the Wheel of Champions is happening. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and listen to greatness on full display. The Dream is up next. I don't recognize the Dream here.
This is Andrew C. Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Andrew? Okay. Now, the Dream, have you had any alcoholic beverages this morning?
Absolutely.
I can tell.
Yeah. I drink. I have a dog, a pit bull. He's part of the team, too. I'm an ass maniac.
Welcome to the tournament next March. For the second time, the Dream is next. Hello, the Dream.
Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson are making the team.
They are. I'm pretty confident in that.
Look, like I told you, I was on a, and my homie right here.
Do you like drinking or Aaron Glenmore?
Drinking.
Do you think your liver hates you?
Yeah, my lungs too. You know?
That, folks, is an all-timer. Real quick, the Dream is called back. I like how your glasses are crooked there, Dream.
Well, I mean, it's broken on this side. Who's this guy?
Mama face, dog face, banana patch.
You the Dream too?
Yeah, Dream too. I'm trying to find the other piece of my glasses and broke off.
Huh?
Huh?
Where's your pipple? Huh?
My dog.
All right, this guy's pretty good.
I'm finding him somewhere. He is on the ground. He's running on the dog bone.
How do you have a pair of glasses just like me? Bro?
Multiverse. The multiverse.
Multiverse. Who do you think is going?
Guys, back off the booze, though, pal.
What do you think is Zach Wilson's up to? Did you see that Zach Wilson throw when he dropped it right at his feet?
It's sort of like, Dream.
That was me yesterday.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac Raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Oh, baby. What a moment in time that was. The Dream versus the Dream. Hey, good luck to everyone who entered. Got a ton of entries here. We had a ton of entries on the first show. Everyone being very nice on my birthday, which I appreciate. But only one can win. Also, Shooter, you're right. I did miss your super chat, but I did include you in the raffle. And he says, hey, beat a beer on me. Jake, you're going to need it. It was nice to meet you, Dylan, at the opener in E26. I was wearing a White Sauce jersey. Schedule looks decent on the back end, especially with the Burrow injury. We said it earlier, Shooter. These games are winnable, but you got to get that first win before anyone's going to start to believe the Jets are capable of actually putting together a little winning streak. Dylan, do you remember meeting Shooter? Do you remember what he smelled like, what he looked like, what he felt like?
I don't remember what he smelled like, but he was with another gentleman, and it was really nice that he came up and said hello. I was very happy to talk with him for a little bit. I believe he said it was his first Jets game as well. So
what a game.
Although the result wasn't great, you saw 64 points in your first ever Jets experience. So at least you got to see, trips to the end zone for the Jets, which if you're green bean, you hadn't seen since the Stone Age.
Oh, you know what? I thought you were at the Bills game with him, so that's good. At least he saw the better.
Yes, he was at the Steelers game. No,
Yeah.
no, that would have been awful. That would have been awful.
At least you got an exciting game, no doubt.
Yeah.
All right. Only one can win. Good luck to everyone. Reminder, if you win, please email me, asmanjake@gmail.com, your name and address, so we know where to send the Klecko jersey to. Again, thanks to everyone for the birthday wishes and for continuing to support these raffles. But only one can win, and the winner is...
Hey, Jake, by the way, happy birthday, man.
Oh, thanks, Dylan. Is it Kyle Clifton? It is! Kyle Clifton. Oh, my goodness gracious. Of all the dramatic things I have ever seen, Kyle Clifton is your winner. And instead of playing the Jet chant for the man and very loud raffle music that I mistakenly clicked, I'm going to play the man's theme song. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Clifton, your winner of a signed Joe Klecko jersey. Congrats to Kyle Clifton. DT, plug your channel before we get out of here.
Yes, sir. At Dylan Tereman on YouTube. I will be going live tomorrow night. I was going to go live tonight with our guy, Malcolm Flex. I was going to have him on to break down the defense. Conflicting schedules. He had to work a little bit late tonight, so we're going to try to for next week with him. But I will be live tomorrow doing my Jets Bucs preview. I'm heading out to Tampa like first thing in the morning, Saturday morning. So I'm trying to get the content out on the channel before I leave. We're currently at 963 subscribers. So we gained 13 amazing subscribers just in this video alone. So I appreciate everybody for hopping over there. I'll be putting out some kind of pre-recorded episode as well before the game comes out on Sunday. So tons of content, quarterback film breakdowns. If you go on the A1 since day one tier for $4.99 a month, you will get exclusive Nussmeier breakdown, John Mateer breakdown, and the week 1 offensive breakdown when the Jets offense looked good. So all that is available at the exclusive level. I'll be continually putting out more content, both college and NFL at that tier. So for $4.99 a month, I hope to see everybody become an A1 since day one. And Jake, I hope you enjoy the rest of your birthday.
Dylan, you're the man. Everyone go subscribe to his channel. I just put Dylan's link once again in the live chat so you could do it right now. And it's very easy. I look forward to seeing you in Tampa, my man. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't guarantee the game will be fun, but everything leading up to the game, I know it's going to be an absolute blast.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm treating this as, let's have fun. And the game is just a bonus at the end of it. Obviously, we anticipate the sad plane ride home whenever it is, Sunday night or Monday morning, whenever everybody leaves. But I'm ready to soak up from the minute I land in Tampa. I'm ready to just party hard with all the Asmaniacs, party with Peg and Artie's going to be there. I've already promised some shots that I don't normally take. So we will see what happens. But I'm so excited to get down there, dude. 91 degrees all weekend. We will be enjoying the poolside at Hotel Riverwalk.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. He's Dylan Tereman. My name is Jake Asman. We're back tomorrow. Football Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun, folks. Again, thanks to DT. Thanks to all the calls. Thanks to everyone for the birthday wishes in the chat, the comments, Instagram, Twitter. I've been getting messages on Discord all day. Thank you to the best listeners. You guys make it possible to talk about this team year-round, despite the team not being in the playoffs since I was a sophomore in high school. So pretty awesome, pretty special fan base, the best community in sports. Again, thank you all for your support, and I end the show with a video that I feel like needs to be played. Go Jets.
Yeah, I ran out of oregano. I was like, ow. You know how that fun is. It never ends. Yeah. It's always one thing after another. You know how that works. Yeah. All right, what do we got here for grand total?
28.45.
28.45. I'll take care of you. Don't worry. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
He just told us it's 10.
Service with a smile. That is the sexiest thing you're ever going to see.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.